You can have that cookie, Elmo. Rocco wants to eat it.
I have tried to be your friend, but you will not listen to me. So you invited this monster. Don't make me kill somebody.
Woo! While they sleep, we work. A little bit. While they sleep, we work.
Nosfero, does this word not sound like the death bird culling the living dead at dawn? It is the name both ghouls and demons dare not say, for they know it means death for the undead.
Good morning, come on in. Coffee's good, fresh and hot. There's a waffle in the baker on the grill. We're making bacon. You're always welcome back.
Charge!
There's a fire beneath my skin. There's a fever that makes me ill. Gotta love, a love that kills. I got 24 hours to live. Come back. I'm down on my knees. Come back. I'm begging you, please.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you are having a fine Tuesday. I thought we should do some painting today. And what on earth do we paint on this channel? Well, my friends, pulp. We paint pulp here. Hello to all of you fine people. Hello, CG. What are you guys doing this evening? We have got 1,000 subscribers on this channel. If you have not subscribed, which I can't imagine you wouldn't have, please do. Please hit that like button. And let's see who we've got here in the chat. Let's see who we've got here at the Waffle Lodge tonight. And let's see what's on the menu. Lord Ravener is here. He is first, as always. Let's see who else. Big Boy Robo, hello, hello. Chauncey is here. It's good to see you, my friend. Tip of the hat to you, or tip of the bangs, depending on how it goes. Let's see what else. We got Big Boy Robo again. We have got getting our hails in here. And then let's see who else we've got here. We've got Sumo Thori in the chat. Hello, Sumo Thori. It is great to have you here, my friend. Sumo Thori. Always good to have in the chat. We've got James Hayes. What's up, James Hayes? Yeah, absolutely. Hello to everybody. Hello to the chat. And I think I'm probably going to be solo tonight because I just want to get some painting in. I'm sure there'll be some cool people in the chat, but I want to try to keep the camera on the art because I know some of you guys want to see that stuff. And God bless you. Thank you. Thank you for backing the book. And thank you for backing Nosfero the Crypt Walker. Link is in the description. We're almost to 25K, guys. We're almost to 25K, and then we start talking about trading cards and all other kinds of excitement. This has been a crazy couple of weeks for me. I don't mind telling you. It's been nuts. But, you know, that's how it goes. Yes, hello, hello, hello. Julie Pascal, good to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good evening. Sorry about the hour. No, it's late. What is up, Stephen Rockwood? Always dropping links in the chat. Stephen Rockwood, it's great to see you, my friend. I don't know if you guys know this, but Stephen Rockwood and I actually were in a barbershop quartet back when we were both growing up in Skokie, Illinois. So it's great to see you here, my friend. We will have to harmonize together soon. My brother from another mother, Jeremy, Lord Crackhead 33. If any of you people are not subscribed to Lord Crackhead 33's channel, can we please, and you're a mod, Jeremy, can we get that link in the chat? I need to see that number move every single day, or a little part of me dies, or a painting does not get painted as well as it would have if you were to get more subscribers. Just throwing it out there, guys. Everybody's here. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I mean, it's, let's see. Someone is saying there are blossoms, I guess flower blossoms here. And then this person is saying to me that they're watching. I guess those are eyes. I mean, this is what I'm guessing. I don't know. Let's go. That's right, Big Boy Robo. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I have come to understand why commas are more important than I thought. Consider no more beer versus no more beer. See, one cuts me off and the other makes bad Italian beer. That's exactly true. Good points, James. Bad Italian makes me sad. There you go. 1K subs. Bow. Yeah, guys. This is you guys. This is you guys. Thank you so much. Jay Lee, it is great to see you, my friend. Hold on a second here. This is what we call, where I'm from, horse pucky. Tip of the hat. I have to have my hat so I can tip it at you fine folks. Jay Lee, great to see you. Lord Ravener, yeah, 1K. Thank you, guys. I honestly was absolutely beside myself. As the non-Indian who was playing an Indian in Short Circuit said, which I'm sorry, still cracks me up, I am standing here beside myself. It's pretty amazing, guys. Yes, Lord Crackhead 33, thank you for the link for Nosfero, the Crypt Walker. If you could please, yes, guys, we are 75 to go on getting that to 1,000. Let's make that happen. Come on, guys. Let's make this happen. Hey, what's up, Wardo? Good to see you. Hola, Sean, did you get my invite to do a drawing stream? Lord, if it was sent to me in a message, I honestly got to tell you guys, I do not know whether to scratch my watch or wind my behind this week. I have been painting like crazy. There's been all sorts of madness going on, but it sounds like fun. I always like to do art streams. So I will go and check again. Just, hit me up with another message. It's depending on how things are going, because we had Narwhal's closeout yesterday for my Nosfero bro, for his Nosferatu. So things were crazy yesterday and great. Absolutely great. Yeah, you guys are getting there, guys. It is happening. Guys, he's not kidding. Let me tell you, extravagant prizes when Lord Crackhead 33 hits 1,000 subs. No getting around it. Let's see. Like the sexy lady, sign up to Sean's contribution to CG Vacation by Zaid Comics. That's right. Yeah. My goal in life, I have a few goals in life, but the thing that I was looking up the other day was I was looking at artists I like, artists I admire. And I know this may sound like a strange way to think about what you do, but I was looking at Gil Elfgren, I was looking at Frank Frazetta, and I was looking at how many paintings they did that were, published in their career, how many paintings that sum up their body of work. And I looked at that number, and what you're ultimately talking about is you're talking about a couple hundred paintings, 400 or 500 paintings, which we know is a lot. That's a lot of paintings. But at the same time, that's ultimately what we're doing this for. We're doing this to make as much art as we can during this window where we've got the skills and the eyesight to do it. And that's what I've been focused on. I want to paint stuff that I'm excited about, that I'm interested in. And that is the goal, guys. And so that is what I have been up to. And yeah, excellent. Okay, so you're on Instagram. I will have to go check that out. And so yeah, so today I'm working on a painting here. This painting is very much what's the word I'm looking for? It's influenced by the Italian kind of a lot of things. It's influenced by Gil Elfgren, of course. It's influenced by the Italian horror books and horror covers. Hey, what's up, SDA? Great to see you, man. And I love that kind of stuff because it's so well, I guess the word is pulp. It's so pulpy, but it's also just got this really great, crazy, insane color palette to it. And so when I'm working and I'm thinking about what I want to do, with my work and with the paintings that I have left in me, my whole attitude is always, and I do view things as precious, time and time spent with you guys and time spent doing YouTube. It all is important to me, and it really is. I'm at the point to where I do what I have to do, but I also, what is it? Do what's important, not what's expedient, to quote Jordan Peterson in his Rules for Life. That's something I have really tried to take to heart. And so spending time with you guys and sharing this painting process of the things that I do and then deciding which jobs I'm going to say, yes to, which ones I'm going to do, and which folks I'm going to, be collaborating with is a big part of what I do. And it's a real luxury, but I think the ultimate luxury is time, is having the time to do your work. And I just think that gets to be the most precious commodity. I remember there was who was the person? It was a sculptor who did some really interesting work on Nova for Egyptian historical monument moving and things like that. And he said, my students often ask me if I could have more money or more time, what would I want? And he goes, it's more time every single, all the way, 100%. Because you can always get more money, but you can't get more time. And so when you have the time that you have, you got to just really commit to what you're doing. And for any of you guys out there who are, maybe you're starting out early as an artist, I did see something in the comment section that was going to talk about what time to stream and what time to do things on YouTube. Here's the biggest bit of advice I can give you guys. I did not really, and I still don't really have a plan, but my first rule of thumb was, like with everything, is just make sure you're doing it. Just make sure, like, if you want to get good at YouTube, you just have to keep doing it. And that's really what it comes down to for me. And the same thing with painting, guys. If I quit when it was, time is money is absolutely right. If I had quit, and thank you, Jeremy, I appreciate that. If I had quit when I was doing this stuff, but when I was a penciler or an inker and I was terrified of color, I wouldn't be where I am. And I guess that's the biggest thing I would say is that that I was thinking about last night in the aftermath of watching being on Incellivision and watching one of the most insane movies I've ever seen in my life. I was trying to explain to my wife this morning. I was like, honey, I can't put this movie into words for you. And the thing that I was thinking about, sort of unrelated to that, is that if you ever find yourself in a car with somebody and they're not going where, or if you ever find yourself in a car with another person and that car is not going where the other person wants to go, then you've got to figure out one of two things. You got to figure out, actually a few things. One, am I driving the car or are they driving the car? And if they're driving the car, you need to get out the first chance you get when they stop. If they're going somewhere you have no interest in going, time to get out the car. It's their car. They're driving it. Don't try to argue with them. Don't try to negotiate with them. They are not going where you're going. Get out the car and find what car you're supposed to be in. And if you're driving the car and you're going somewhere with somebody and they don't want to go where you're going, pull the car over and ask them to get out. It's not going to get things done to just sit there and argue with people. And when I've been, Torgo was an interesting sort. Yes, he was. Torgo is one of my heroes now. And the reason why I was thinking about that was that for any of you guys who are at a point where, you're thinking, okay, what should I do about something? And should I start a YouTube channel? Should I do a comic book? Should I launch an Indiegogo campaign? Trying something and failing at it or succeeding at it or whatever it is always going to teach you something. And so make sure you really don't miss an opportunity to try something. If there's reasonable, evidence that it's worth pursuing, it doesn't mean you have to, quit your job and you have to do something completely different. That has more to do with being in the wrong car than that. And that's a bigger question than it has to do with, is there I want to be in a fancier car. Nobody makes that decision. Certainly nobody gets into any field with the expectation that success is assured. Although I think you should proceed as if it's assured and work as hard as you can. And that's the thing for me that I've been really thinking about lately, because the car that I felt like I'm supposed to be in, I've always felt like I for some reason I didn't feel like I was in the right car, but I couldn't really figure out what other car I should be in. Like because I was making my artwork on my own. I couldn't figure out where the hell I was supposed to be. I just knew I wanted to make pictures and I wanted to find this audience that I really believed existed, but I couldn't find them. And a couple of years ago, it started out by finding some of them on Instagram and then launching those 2 art books. And then I found CG. Wait, what? Hold on a second. I got to catch up here. Torgo is an interesting sort. Yeah, Torgo is a friend of the chat. Hello, Bordeaux. Failure is only failure if you don't learn from it. Absolutely. Yes. John, hey, what's up, John? Great to see you. Hello, all catching up. Thank you, Sean, for saving us from a drunk talk stream. What stream is that? Is that the I don't know what stream that is, actually. I'm not exactly sure which one's still going on. I was watching Nick Rekieta before I came in here. And also made me think of something I'll have to say. And then, hi, John. Right at John. Hello. So, yeah. And here's a really good example of that. So, Nick Rekieta has a couple of viewers for his YouTube channel. He has a couple of live viewers when he's doing, certain trials. And certainly when he's doing his late night streams, there's a lot of people watching him. But the thing that I love about Nick Rekieta the most, besides his incredible sense of humor, his he's a class act. Let's put it that way. And I'm sure he's never going to see this, so it doesn't really matter. But it's that as big as things are sometimes on a stream, as huge as the audience can be, the entire thing. Oh, John's drunk stream is what SDA is saying. The entire thing can be stopped by one of his kids waking up and knocking on the door. It's absolutely hilarious. Hey, what's up? Julie's in here saying hello to John. And yeah, after Kang stream. Yeah. If your car isn't getting pushed by a giant Gila monster, get out. Exactly. If it's not being stepped on as well, that's another important thing. But, that's really the funny thing. At the end of the day, it's about knowing where you want to be and what your priorities are. And I think that has kind of given him a good head on his shoulders. And so I've been thinking a lot about a couple of things. That life is frankly too short to waste any, time, but it's also, with not trying things out, but it's also too long to spend your time doing something that, your heart's not in and feeling like you're in the wrong car. Someone famously said that, hey, what's up, Antoine Dennison? Great to see you. I remember Joseph Campbell once had this great quote where he said, middle age is getting to the top of the ladder and realizing it's against the wrong wall. And I always thought that was hilarious. Or he said a midlife crisis is. And I wouldn't necessarily say that I ever ran into a midlife crisis in that regard. But I definitely thought the biggest thing I've come to find myself thinking is, are you with people that you enjoy being around? And when I'm on, a stream with John or any of those guys, hell, I even did a painting stream with Anna once, and I had a blast. Just being around a skilled artist and talking art, and making small talk with someone you never really had a conversation with before then, was interesting because painters kind of speak a very similar language. And I think that's the biggest thing I think about, it's like Jeremy, I'll tell you this. I'm actually pretty straight edge, man. I don't drink alcohol. It's just not my bag. Like the worst thing about not drinking alcohol, guys, well, there's not too many downsides, but the thing that frustrates me about it is that it makes other people feel awkward when they want to drink. And I'm like, guys, whenever I'm with people, they're like, okay, do you want something to drink? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll have a soda. Love pop. That's a problem, though, guys. It's going to destroy my teeth, which it already has. But I just go, oh, no, I'm fine. And they're like, oh, well, do you mind if we drink? And I'm like, I don't care. I can, I don't care if other people drink. If people want to drink, that's cool, as long as I'm driving. It is what it is. What's up, Antoine Dennison? Again, everybody's saying hello. Shant, are you familiar with the manga Blade of the Immortal? Yes, I am, actually. Who the heck told me about? I don't think anyone told me about that, actually. I think I just saw it, in a shop. But yes, I am. I'm familiar with it, but I'm not conversant in it, is the best way I could put it, I know the artwork, I know the covers, I can picture that in my head, but I can't go much further than that. I'm much more familiar with the things I'm familiar with are things like my friend Michael, who's a really great example of what we can do in comics and what we need to think about, is that he's got me by about 10 years. So he's about 55, makes Star Trek fan films, has his own channel, The Choice Voice. It's a great channel. Check it out. He reviews horror movies. He has some rants that are biblical. His Last Jedi rants are how I found out about him, and I ended up doing a poster for his fan film. Anyway, we talked about Blade for a long time on a stream. We did a conversation about Blade that went on for like 3 hours on his channel. But oh God, where was I going with it? Oh, so he was ranting about, you know, the woke madness of various different things going on in movies and how he doesn't get them, and he's like, why the hell is this the case? But he introduced me. This is why, you know, interesting work breaks all boundaries. He introduced me to an anime I'd never heard of. He's like listing out things. He goes, have you ever seen the Blade anime? And I was like, oh, I hadn't, but I wanted to check that out. And he goes, well, there's another anime I like called Claymore, and I'd never heard of that. So what is, have any of you guys ever seen, I watched some of it. Have any of you guys ever seen the anime called Claymore? I don't know if it started as a manga. I assume it did, but yeah, that's one of my friend Michael's favorite animations. I think he would define it as, and it just goes to show you what the reach is of any art form that's got that kind of vitality to it. But I don't know much of it, you know. Let me see. Let me adjust my glasses here. Yep. Bordeaux says, Hirokai Samura, God tier illustration. There you go. Well, I'll believe you, man. I'll go check it out. Yes, John's post Kane streams. Oh yeah, that's right there. And then you need to see the manga Claymore. I have all of it. Ooh, there you go. Front toward enemy. There you go. Excellent. Look, everybody's loving this. The manga is better on Claymore than the anime is good. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I think he said he had the manga too, which was, again, you really for me, the thing that is the coolest thing about YouTube is you really never know everything people are into until you watch a lot of their content, and then you go, oh wow, you're really into like this guy Horror Monster Collectibles. It shouldn't shock me considering his age, but he is a massive Thundercats fan, and it's not like, you know, he's, you know, revealed he was into something that was completely out of character, but he was just talking about, you know, he collects all of this really incredible 1-to-1, you know, prop replicas, 1/4 scale horror stuff. He's even got a collecting room in his house that he built that is called the Slaughtered Lamb, after American Werewolf in London. And it's just so like cool and crazy. I love all the stuff he has. I just am like, this is awesome. I would love a tour of that place. It just looks so amazing. And great, you know, he's got a flat screen TV and movie collections and all that stuff, the kind of stuff I'm into, or at least, you know, I love to see. I can't, you know, afford it and I don't have the space, but I love seeing other people. For some reason, it doesn't bring me down ever that people have something that I don't have, even if I think it's cool. I wish I had it, because I'm like, oh, it's great that you have it. I don't know. I don't believe in that sickness of the mind, but it's really cool to see. And I was like, oh, wow, he likes Thundercats. With my friend Michael, who makes Star Trek fan films. His favorite fictional character in pop culture is Optimus Prime, and he enjoys a good anime. That's what it is, you know. Let's see here. Yes, the manga's better than Claymore. Yeah, I'm a massive Transformers fan. Yeah, he is a huge Optimus Prime fan. Sean, please don't make Laurel like Ella Sans nipples. Let's see. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, all my characters are gonna have nipples. God. Yes, they shall. They absolutely shall. In fact, this character is so the cool thing about you know, Lady and Jetty is she was watching she was coming by, and she'll see me doing paint, and she's always sweet. She'll go, hey, that one's, oh, I love that, this one's coming out great, or, you know, I love how this painting is coming. And one of the things that was so funny about it is I go, well, yeah, like her, like in this scene, like, you know, whatever, I said a particular thing, I don't want to give too much of this away. And she said to me, she's like, well, make sure you give her nipples. And I just looked over at her and I went, you get Comicsgate. You get what this whole thing's about. You know what I'm saying? That's the big stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So she's a pretty cool chick, of course. Right. She's a great person to go into battle with. And believe you me, I wouldn't, and I tell her this all the time, I would not be doing what I'm doing now if it wasn't for her. And just to give you a sense of the kind of important things to me anyway. So last night I was on Ethan's stream, which was great. Although I will say this, whenever I'm on Ethan's stream, I'm always like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, you know, because there's so many people who are funnier, which is why I only do it every now and again. Because I'm like, what do I bring to the table? If I was watching that show, I'd be like, who is this jackass? But I was on that stream, had a great time. That movie was insane and hilarious. And I got to be on a stream with Cecil, which is, you know, life goal achieved, I think. But I was there because Narwhal is, you know, my sort of brother in Nosferatu. And I wanted to make sure that I was there for his closeout because, you know, that dude and I, you know, we've kind of, you know, formed an artistic bond. And the thing for me about it is then after that, I went on John's stream. And by the time I got off of John's stream, it was like 4:25 in the morning or something like that. And we shot the bull for a little bit and all that stuff. But I've started doing this thing because my wife misses most of what I do. I tell her the next day as much as I can remember. So before I go to bed, I've started. It sounds silly, but it's good. You know, I've started writing emails to her where I describe what happened the night before, what she missed, and it was funny. She woke up this morning and she was really excited to get an email from me where it described everything. You know, and I keep them romantic and sweet, but I say this is the gist of what we did, and it was fun, and I had a great time, and yeah, all that stuff is the big stuff. Yeah, the stuff that matters, right? I'll make sure I get them on there, guys. Don't worry. Another manga to check out, of course, is One Punch Man. Yep, heard about that one. Overlord manga, Twin Star Exorcist. Those are all good. Yeah, guys, I will tell you what. That's right. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, John. Yeah, she loves all you guys. She's really for how, you know, much she's been sort of thrown into this. And she's been to conventions back when we were selling Spring Ball, and she's backed me and CG 100%. But the thing that is really kind of amazing to me is how much of this she just kind of has taken on faith. And she's like, you know, she knows that I can draw. She knows I can paint. She knows I can get things done. So none of that is a particular concern. But she really has watched more than her share of videos, you know, about the community. She knows who Michael Bancroft is. She said hi Comicsgate on one of those streams when we were celebrating the funding of Nosfero, but also even before that. Because she really cares about this stuff, and she cares about you guys. And she's been to comic conventions. She's been to comic shops, and she supports me in all these silly endeavors. And she's ride or die. What more could you ask for in a woman? Let's see here. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Yeah, she's a cool cat. So yeah, right here we've got let's say the bottom 2/3 of a body, Frankenstein-esque body right there, and we'll see how things go for this cat. It's not looking good, and that's the fun part of it, is I get to do all of the things that I loved ever since I was a kid in Comicsgate. I get to do all the pulp. I get to do all of the pulp, all of the monsters, all the creatures, all of the kind of fun, fantastical environments. And it just makes everything so worth it, guys. Doing this stuff for you guys, it doesn't get any better. I have got to get a P.O. box set up. I'm telling you, it's going to happen one of these days. I got to walk myself downtown, and I will try to get one. Although I will be honest with you guys, if I set up a P.O. box, I am already bad at email. I really do not know how I would do with a P.O. box. Other people seem to have mastered it. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to take that back. So my wife has decided, I guess she wants me to stick around. I mean, you know, what can you do? There's no accounting for taste. But my wife has decided that, oh shit, hang on a second. I'll move my camera down so you guys can see that. Let's move my camera down and over. She's decided she wants to keep me around. And so we've been taking walks downtown. And when you walk downtown, we walk to where our post office is. So if I get a P.O. box there, if they have any left, that's the other big thing, then it would totally be practical for me to do. So maybe next time we walk into town, if the post office is open, and that's the other thing, maybe I'll look into getting one of those, because I really do think it's going to become a necessity. You know, at a certain point, it's going to be a necessity. There we go. Here we are. So for those of you guys who know your monster movies, we got to have a little bit of stitching and stitched up character here. Yeah, I am definitely married up, and I do love it. You know, I love me some marriage. Marriage is good stuff. Sean, do you think CG should be a shared universe? Shared universe. Not really. I think there should be room for crossovers. I just think it should be a shared philosophy without being a dogma. So Ethan was talking about last night on his stream. I don't know if I was on there. I think I wasn't on there yet, but on his stream with Narwhal or before the Narwhal stream, he was talking about the idea of people playing, or paying lip service to, values, and how disappointing it is for him when he finds out that people don't believe the stuff that they're saying. And I've been there before too. And I think the most important thing for me about CG is that people have control over their own, destiny here. And that that people take, the basic principles of this thing, seriously, which is if you do great work, you have the opportunity to find an audience. You're going to have to work for it. But you will have the opportunity, and just the whole taking responsibility for things that, your own business and all that other stuff. I mean, but I will tell you this, speaking to that, I absolutely think that's a great view. I absolutely believe that, see if I can get that to an angle I want there. There we go. Hold on a second. See, this is the problem with doing traditional media, guys. Just hang on. I'm going to put it through some things there. There we go. Sorry for the sound effects there. But the other aspect of it to me is that, do I want to do crossovers with people? Yeah, you bet I do. So this is the cool thing. You can make anything happen. If Teenage Mutant, that's one of my gold standards. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #8. There you go. That's my answer. And Spawn #10. Can anybody tell me what Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #8 and Spawn #10 have in common? Do we have any actual nerds in here, or we just got a bunch of posers? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm asking you people. Oh, man. What do we got? What do those got in common? Yeah, the Aussie Laurel upside down, yeah. What did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #8? God, I'm doing this off the top of my head. Watch me be wrong. And Spawn #10 have in common. I know I'm not wrong on Spawn #10. Let's see here. Cerebus, A for the day, Bordeaux. Yes, they both have crossovers with Cerebus. Right on, Jay Lee. Absolutely. April O'Neil. There you go. Is April O'Neil in 8? I don't think she is. But that would be cool. Wasn't 10 the Dave Stevens issue? The Dave Sim issue. I'm sorry, not Dave Stevens. He's always on my mind. Yeah. Spawn 10 has Cerebus. Exactly. And they made Cerebus work so well. One shared universe would be a mess in CG Indies. Too many different titles, way too many clashing personalities. That's true. The occasional crossovers are nice, though. Absolutely, yeah. They had Cerebus, both comics. So I want to create comics in a world where independent creators can get together on their own terms and say, "Hey, do you want to do a crossover? I think it could be fun." Okay, cool. Tell me about it. Oh, awesome. That does sound fun. Let's do it. It's that simple. And the way that they did the Spawn crossover was very, very different than the way that they did the Ninja Turtles crossover. One was a little bit more of a literal crossover, and granted, it had its time travel thing. The other one was much more of a metaphorical crossover. But they were so cool. I was one of those kids that Spawn #10 really kind of hit. The reason I'm in CG now, I'm sure, and the reason why I've made certain career choices in my life, and I don't mind telling you guys, I've stood up on principle a lot. So I don't stand up for things just to stand up for things because I've got a wife and kids. It's a waste of effing time to just go and burn things down and cause trouble in your life and your family's life for nothing. I don't believe in that. But I do believe in having principles, because those are the same people you have to look in the mirror when you come home. And Spawn 10 and seeing Superman behind bars and being controlled because his creator wasn't with him is very relevant for today. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, what's up, Victor? How you doing? Hi, Comic Skate. Indeed, tip of the hat to Comic Skate. Tip of the hat to you, my friend. Hello to you. And we've got Green Laser here. Hey, what's up, Green Laser? I know you got that right. I see you guys. I see all my Cerebus people. Much love. Much love. Let's see who else we've got here. We got Victor and John, of course, again. Sounds you have a nerd heaven over there. That's right. That's right. Let's see. Heck, TMNT teamed up with Batman, didn't they? Yeah, all that stuff, guys. It's always possible. I think Dave Sim did a Kickstarter for a re-release or update of 10. Oh, really? No kidding. I think you know what? I think you're right. I liked Archie Punisher. That's right. Get it on, Archie Punisher. That's the way it is. We haven't witnessed a hole in your memory yet. Well, there's an a-hole in my chair. I can tell you that. That was a bad joke, but you got to. John, have a whole room full of comics. Have to keep them since '88. Okay. Oh, have kept them since '88. Are you saying 1988? I think. SDA. Right on. Yeah, guys. Sean's a rebel without a cause. Yeah, I'm just a what is it? What would Werner Herzog say? If he was me, he would say, "I'm just a quiet soldier of comic books. I'm a quiet soldier of sequential art. When I sit down to do a painting, I'm not thinking about it in some kind of character study or didacticism." See, I drifted into my Indian a little bit. Didn't work. You got to be careful with that, guys. Werner's German is a little bit like my Indian accent that I can do. So it is what it is. But I've got to want it if I want this whole thing to work, right? Got to entertain. Yeah, and absolutely raise a glass to all of you guys. Thank you. Here's something I'm gonna have to do. Hang on a second. I have to move some of my friends over here. I'm gonna have to move this gorilla because he's on the end of my desk, and while he's great reference, he's taking up a little too much space. So where the hell can I put him? Let's see here. I'll put him. I want Ash to fall. There we go. Ash from Evil Dead is hanging on by a thread. We'll move him over there, and then we're gonna move this werewolf over here. He's some of my favorite reference. Yeah, that's the greatest thing about all this stuff is you get the coolest reference, when you're an illustrator and a comic book artist. Mummy, you can stay there. I don't mean mummy. I mean, wrapped up mummy. Because we need some space to paint, guys. We need some space to paint. Hey, what's up, the groomsman? How you doing, man? Let's see here. Hey, Sean, I think you should start an Indiegogo campaign for a manicure. What are you talking about? My nails look fabulous, man. What are you talking about? These are gorgeous. I should be a hand model. That's what someone told me the other night. Oh, green laser. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, guys. Yeah, Jay Lee, wow, you could do YouTube reviews of some of the collection if you wanted. Yeah, I'd love to see that too, man. Is it oil or acrylic? This is acrylic, heavy body Liquitex acrylic. Let's see here. Yep, everybody's saying hello. Big Boy Robo saying hello to everybody. John, yeah, hail the groomsman. That's right. Everybody's saying hello to the groomsman. I mean, look, you guys are close that way. I'm not here to get between you. Love is love. Lord Ravener, laugh out loud. Hey, Big Boy Robo. Hey, John. I feel like CG crossovers would be a massive incentive for newcomers. Yeah, you know what? I will tell you this. Yeah, George Costanza. Unfortunately, though, he could never find anyone that he loved as much as his own hands. Yeah, it happens. Big Boy Robo, Green Laser. Yeah, mommy rap sounds like I can't even go there, man. I can't even go there. But no, I mean it's like this, guys. The biggest incentive to new customers, I can't say what that is. I honestly can't. I think I would definitely look if you guys say that's a suggestion, I ain't gonna argue with you because it very well could be. But I do think that, to me, one of the biggest incentives that, for me personally, if I was just looking at it on my own, I would say is something like CG Now, which is to say a place where you can catch up on comics, because that's the biggest thing. And I think Michael has just done, and Mel have done an incredible service to Comicsgate, by setting, well, for everything they've done, but that in particular, those guys are amazing. And, but yeah, I mean, shoot, if like, for example, I remember when, and I hope you guys will forgive me for this one, but it is what it is. I remember when, Jim Valentino did not ask Todd McFarlane's permission for putting Spawn in Shadowhawk and making a cameo appearance in Shadowhawk. He thought it was like, oh, it's cool. We're building a universe and, we're kind of going to create the sense of a shared universe, but he didn't get permission from Todd McFarlane to do that. And he had an apology in the next issue. And it was like, like everything got smoothed over. But in a situation like that, the thing I just keep thinking about is even if he had permission to do it, I can't see how that crossover benefits Ethan. Benefits Todd McFarlane. So here's my Ethan analogy. If I did a crossover, let's say I was like, oh, let's do a crossover with Cyberfrog. It might benefit me to do a crossover with Cyberfrog, but I don't think it would benefit Ethan, or for me to do a crossover with Graveyard Shift. I don't know if it would benefit John. So I'm a big believer in thinking about this stuff from the standpoint of, independent creators. If they see a story and they think it's mutually beneficial, then we should absolutely do it. Like if there's a huge demand, that would be crazy. Yeah, Jim Valentino rejected my comic. He must pay. Or he rejected mine too. The groomsmen can speak to it. But it was one of those things to where, the groomsmen keep him straight. That's right. People are out of hand. My wife had an interesting experience with him, but I know that John Malin had a good experience with him. So, everybody's got their stories. For every comic book creator that, for the most part, I mean, maybe there's a few that aren't, but for every comic book creator that someone's had a bad experience back in the day, I'm not talking about now. There's a lot of people who you'll hear stories of kindness and people working with them. So you got to just kind of go with it. You know what I mean? And say whatever. I've seen creators have bad experiences with one person and then have a great experience with another person. The same thing goes with everything, particularly, when you have an 18-year career as a teacher. You've got some students who are just like, oh, I think you're the cat's pajamas. In my case, to be honest, it was a lot more of people thought that than the other. But I was always mindful of the fact that there are going to be students who have you who you're just not their kettle of fish, man. They're like, I can't stand this guy. Do you know what I mean? And that's all part of it. And the same thing goes, by the way, with collaborations in CG. I don't need, I need to buy, books by the creators that I buy books from. I need to at least buy one book. Hey, what's up, Skip Edwards? Great to see you, my friend. And welcome to the Waffle Lodge. You let me know what your order is as soon as you get a chance. And I will have it out to you. But I just think I buy the books I love. That's really what it comes down to. The thing I love, one of the books I really love right now, or that I'm excited to get, is Tiger Blue. Really excited about Tiger Blue. I'm really excited about getting Nosferatu by Narwhal. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. I really want to get a hold of that book. What's another book? I got Lost Pages and Lost Pages 2, which lived up to what I was expecting and hoping for. Love those books. Love Battle Brick Road. Got my copy of Battle Brick Road. Let's see. What are some of the other ones? I know there's a bunch. Oh my gosh. Groken. Beautiful. I expected it to be a work of art. And Sean, I took care of all the students that you didn't like, Sean. Thank you. I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you did. You're my Jules Winfield for sure. So I looked at that stuff and I just think you got to buy the stuff you love. Like one of the weirdest things for me when I was collecting comics, and maybe it's the same for you guys, again, don't want to speak for you, was how my friends and I would share comics we were into that the other person wasn't into. And that was for us to take or leave, but we were always excited. And that's how I found out about an artist like Travis Charest. Travis Charest was introduced to me by a college friend of both me and the groomsman named Arvin Bautista. And Arvin was a big Travis Charest fan. And I was like, I don't get this dude. Like, to me, he just looks like, another Jim Lee. Like, I don't get what's in there. And the thing about it is he could see something in that work that we couldn't see. And cut to, X-Men Wildcats Golden Age, and Travis just busts out this completely different way of looking at things. And then you get into the Meta Barons, which is just absolutely sick. It's just such great artwork. And so that's how you find things. And I think, who else did, there was someone else, because we were always introducing each other to artists. I'm just trying to think of like all the different ones we have introduced each other to. But that's what your comic book friends do, Oh, I think who was it? I'm trying to remember like which one of those guys introduced me to who. I was wondering I think it was the groomsman who introduced me to Jay Lee, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of, how do I dilute the acrylic? I use water. Excuse me, goodness. Got my ears on. There you go. Got my ears on. Right on. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. All right, John. We'll see. Oh, there you be right back again. We'll see you in a sec. But yeah, I use water to dilute my acrylics. I do acrylic washes, with the new acrylics they have today, and with the heavy body washes. Now, granted, I'm not like making them sopping wet, and I've been painting for a while, but I use water because I don't like to give up distance, and they still bind to the paper. I mean, that's the thing about it, is that, or I should say to the board, because it's its own kind of thing. But that's what I love to do with washes, because it allows me to kind of glaze over things. And I know I've heard so many, believe me, I've heard so many people, and it's fine because I get it, you know. So many people have been like, but doesn't that make it so? And I go, okay, different kinds of paint. I could use soft body to do this if I wanted to, which, you know, would flow a little bit smoother. But I'm going for a very particular look, and you can use water to dilute acrylics. And it doesn't do that much damage to, you know, the integrity of the paint and making it break up and all that other stuff that people worry about. I've got paintings that I've done this technique with now that are, gosh, over 15, 16 years old. So almost every technique that you see me using, I have a painting that is at the most 25 years old that is in excellent condition. And at the shortest, I would say 15 years. So yeah, it's just, there's all these different ways of doing it, you know, and I mean, there's ways of not doing it, that there's certainly ways that won't work, but there's a lot of ways that do. So that's the thing I enjoy about it. Give up distance, ? What did I just say there? Oh, sorry. God, yeah. This is the thing I say. When I say give up distance, what I meant to say is you give up depth. So when you do a wash with, like, say, a matte medium or a gloss medium, or use an acrylic medium, no matter how thin it isn't as thin as water does in terms of doing a wash. So what it can do is you start losing depth of surface, and so you start getting little edges and ripples in the paint, or just edges like these. See these brush strokes right here? They go from, let me see if I can get that to focus. There you go. Those may look like they're differences of thickness, but they're actually differences of opacity. So what you're not losing right there is you're not getting ridges. If you ran your hand across it, it would be totally smooth. So then I can just do more washes over it. But if I were to paint thick, right, in through here, then if I wanted to change or move something, I would have trouble. And the whole reason I use gouache and I use acrylic is so that I can get those edges together. And so what you start to see is, and I have not yet begun to paint this bad boy, but what you start to see, there we go. You can see my nice Lovecraftian skull cup there. Let me see if I can move. There we go. Move that up right there. Move this up right there. Okay. So let's move my fat head out of the way. What the hell is it? I mean, it's on my shoulders, but let's move it here off to the side. There we go. So when you're looking at a painting like this, right? This is where it is. Yeah. Oh, yes. Huge fan of Jay Lee. See, I remember these things when he first exploded on the scene with Namor, Iron Fist, Bloodstrike, Strikefile, Wildcats Trilogy, Hellshock, and one of his early works and one of his more recent works. I can't say enough about it. Groomsman, if you have not got it, his Cyberfrog artwork that Jay Lee has done is so amazing. It's beautiful. He's done some great Cyberfrog work. I thought what paint wasn't paint until I started. Yeah, exactly. I thought paint was paint until I started painting miniatures. Sumo Thori, let me tip my hat to you, my friend. Painting miniatures is a skill I do not have. I really greatly admire it. I cannot tell you how much I greatly admire people who paint miniatures and do it well. It's mind-bending. I love that stuff. I'm a fan of it. How much do you spend on paints when making a comic book? A ton. I spend money on brushes. I spend money on palettes. By the time I'm done with a comic, I mean, for me, a ton. And that's not including the board, which is also expensive. It's a lot. It's a lot on supplies, but it's important to get it to work. It's important for it to be beautiful and great for you guys. Let me see here. Yes, huge fan of Jay Lee. Got that one. I'm an ink wash practitioner myself. Excellent. Yeah, I love that stuff. I love washes. Hey, what's up, Michael? Tip of the hat to you, my friend. Lady in red is dancing with me. There you go. That's for you, man. Bogan is in the house. Yeah, everybody's saying hello. Michael Bancroft. Yeah. And that's the thing, too, you know. I was singing your praises, actually, moments ago, Michael. Is that when you think about things that bring new fans into CG, really stuff like CG Now is one of the things I think of as the best. So this is what it looks like when I'm roughing these things in. This is kind of the start. Let me turn this damn light off. There we go. This is the start of where we go. I can't even get the camera far enough away because it's such a big painting here. Let's move that over just a little bit. So this is where we start when we're putting these things together. And then this right here is where we end up. So you get to see, when you're looking at this stuff, I'll see if I probably have to move that off so you guys can see it. So you get things like this, and this is all a part of the immaculate reality that we're trying to create. That's a huge part of all this stuff. And then the same thing goes with this piece right here. We're trying to craft an immaculate reality. We're trying to think about things like shoes and wrapping and narrative and how do we put this stuff together. And that's the stuff that makes what we do here so great. That's what makes Comicsgate so great. Yeah. Oh shit, the chat's jumping on me here. I'm trying not to swear. I'm just working hard, guys. Anybody who knows me knows, like, oh man, it's bad. Yeah, everybody's saying hello to Michael. Oh, hello, Michael Bancroft. Hello there. What's up? Hey, good evening, brother. How you doing? Tip of the hat to my brother Gabe El Taib, whose name I learned I'm pronouncing wrong. So I'm going to have to look up, and he's going to have to teach me how to pronounce it correctly. For some reason, he just feels like a Gabe El Taib. It's like the perfect mixture. Let's see here. And don't forget, for Wednesday on Double Impact, I feel the need for speed, guys. We're doing Top Gun on Double Impact this week, in honor of the release of the sequel, but also in honor of one of those absolutely great films. Absolutely great films. Love it. And everybody's saying hello to Gabe. Yes, absolutely. Schmaxy, as my son would say. God help me. Sexy. Yeah, what's up, Gabe? Yeah, hi all. Yes, everybody's saying hello to Michael. Love CG Vacation piece. Yeah, absolutely, man. I love that piece. I love that book. I love those crazy Diaz brothers. And I love everybody who's working on that book is doing great stuff, guys. Hold on a second. Why are we running slow all of a sudden? Hang on a second here. Let me just double check. Something going on with my Wi-Fi? Let me turn this off real quick and see if that helps. Sometimes I've got too much. Go, there we go. Yeah, I've got a lot happening on my computer right now, so you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, so let me see here. CG Vacation saying hello to everybody. Yeah, here's the CG Vacation mailing list. I think that campaign is launching this coming up weekend. Or was it 3 weeks? I can't remember, but it's coming out soon, and they already have previewed some incredibly cool artwork that's going to be in it. Perhaps CG artists should consider using their thicker boards canvas to sell their originals on. Obviously prohibitive for a whole book of pages, but one or a handful of important pages. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. Everything I paint, and I've been waiting until Ethan shared it to really go for it, because someone had already been interested in buying that piece. I try to paint everything as archival as I can, and I try to paint it on a nice surface so that, particularly with these paintings, if somebody wants to buy this, they can buy it, they can frame it, have it in their house, and this thing is going to last. And so that's a big part of it. Selling originals is something that I don't often do. Like I don't sell a lot of my stuff, but some things I paint to sell. And the CG Vacation piece and this one are definitely pieces that I'm going to sell. Certainly my wife wants me to, so there you go. I guess that page was from the Lucent, but there's not enough water. There you go. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Let's see here. John saying hello, Gabe. Hello, the groomsman, Stephen Rockwood. I've got Top Gun in 3D. It's pretty sweet. Oh, I bet it is actually. Well, this painting's kind of in 3D, if you think about it. All right, I swear if they kill Maverick, I'm gonna cry. Yeah. Oh man, let me tell you something. Here's my theory. I could be wrong, but they've been killing off a lot of characters in movies lately. If they do that, when that word comes out, well, oh, see, no, don't do this, because I have a horrifying ability to predict movies, and you just made me predict what I think is going to happen. But there you go. Stream was not lagging on mine. Good, excellent. Just making sure. You never know. Sometimes it gives me some weird things. Launch it on Sunday. There you go. Sean's paper is thick. I like my paper like I like my ladies. White. I'm just kidding, but not really. All right, so let me see. My wife is going to just kill me tomorrow morning. There should be a crab. I actually thought about that, believe it or not. Bordeaux, that would be dumb on their part, and I'm with you. Yeah, after the first weekend, if they did something like that, I guarantee you'd see the box office drop, just go down, like, because people would just be like, I don't want to see that. I just have a feeling where we are right now, I just don't think people want to see it. There you guys go. You guys know I'm in trouble. Maverick is a mantle and now a chick clap out. Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, I just think that look, I do not trust the entertainment industry to make smart decisions at the studio level. I do think that Tom Cruise has got a pretty good sense of what the audience wants to see, just judging by his decades long career, and he's weathered a lot of stuff, as anyone is going to have to do in the entertainment industry. But I'd like to think people have been watching what's happened with Star Wars after the death of all of the major characters, what's happened, frankly, with every instance where they've tried to do that, and they've tried to take out a character. Times are tough sometimes, or I should say the mood of the country isn't at its zenith. And I think, and by the way, guys, make sure you hit that like while you're in here. Make sure you subscribe if you have not yet. But this is the big thing. I just don't think people have the stomach for it right now. I think people go to the movies to feel great. I think they go to the movies to walk out of it with that kind of high five, that was a great movie, a feel-good movie. I think if you don't deliver that with Top Gun, and people walk out of it feeling like, they've just, someone's just, killed their dog, I think that's just the box office will collapse. They have to know that, and I'm not even, look, I think there's a way it could be done with the story, but just, I don't think people want that right now. And God bless them if they try it, we'll see how that goes. I think Mav would be coming in strong. Agreed. Sean, don't recap that joke about emailed to Miss Sunshine in the morning. You never know, I might. She knows. She puts up with a hell of a lot. She's amazing, man. All the Comicsgate ladies seem to be very much so. Ladies in the truest sense. That is how I meant it, but I figured you're asking Sean, not me. There you go. Yeah, don't do. Yeah. Yes, we're sick of having our expectations subverted. I just think people are just, they don't need that right now. Life is rough enough. Don't need to get gut punches from movies too. Yeah, absolutely. So here's two things that even though we can look at what happens on either side of them and retcons and everything like that. This is no word of a lie. Two of the most moving pop culture experiences that I've had, and I know I am not alone, were the real Luke Skywalker's appearance in The Mandalorian season 2 finale. Regardless of everything else that happened afterwards and anything else that happened before, although I was really enjoying that show, seeing Luke Skywalker hit me in a way that I had no idea it would. And if you would, I was just like, that can't possibly work. But it worked. It worked it basically was what should have happened. It's too late now. But it was just an absolutely incredible thing for a lot of people. I mean, there's a reason why there's so many YouTube videos of people breaking down. But equally important for me was, and something I thought was beautiful, I don't care what anybody says, I'm an 80s kid, and seeing Henry Thomas Elliott reunited with E.T. in that dang, Xfinity commercial absolutely got me. I will be honest. Seeing E.T. with Elliott's wife and kids, who granted did bear a resemblance to my wife, so that was not too hard to see, and see that he's that he's doing okay, and that him and E.T. got to see each other again and see his kids and all that stuff. Hell yeah, man. I'm a sap that way. I love that. E.T. is like one of my favorite movies of all time. It just really is. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, James Hayes, you're absolutely right. I'm absolutely sick of seeing people, dissect my childhood like the frogs. We're about to be in ET. The only way they could subvert my expectations is to make something good. You're absolutely right. I trust Tom to make something solid. I really do. Yeah, finally seeing Luke was cool. It was. Yeah, I mean, I basically I wasn't affected as much as Anna was, but my friend Michael of The Choice Voice, go check his channel out. He did a reaction video to it, and he was emotional when he saw it. Like a lot of people were, man. Absolutely. John, I'm trying to figure out if I got a chance something in the campaign, or if I got to compete against people in an auction. That's right. That's right. If they knew how dumb we think their subversions really were, would they still do it? They are not that clever. Yeah, I agreed. Yes, Sean, I love that commercial. Instantly took me back. Yeah, it did. It got me, absolutely. It did. It got me because, that movie has so much heart in it, and Spielberg is on his game. You know, he's one of the best we've got. And there's certain movies that just sort of are so important. And you know, I love the behind the scenes videos, which I made sure to save. I got them off of YouTube, even though they're still on YouTube. And there's this bit where they said they came to Henry Thomas, and people have been wanting to do stuff with ET for years. And they came to Henry Thomas and they said, yeah, we want to do a commercial with ET. We want to know if you'll be in it. And he goes, well, that's not going to happen, man. And they said, no, Steven signed off on it. And he was like, what? And so, yeah, I guess he liked the idea. And he said, if we're going to reunite these guys. And I just thought it was pitch perfect for me. Absolutely pitch perfect. I didn't want to see any of the other kids. I didn't want to see anything. I wanted those two. Since I was a little kid, I dreamed of those two getting a chance to see each other again, and they just nailed it. Now imagine and again, how we imagined Luke would appear and what we were waiting for all that time was the Luke Skywalker we got in The Mandalorian. How we would want to see any number of characters appear is your responsibility when you take on these huge pop culture, icons. I'm tired of calling them properties because that just they're creations. They're not properties. People own them like properties. Sean, I'll have a waffle sandwich. Now, let me ask you a question. You want to have a waffle sandwich, but is it chicken and waffles? Let me know, and I'm going to have our grill girl get on that, okay? Don't worry, Mighty Geek Studios. I got your back, baby. Yep, you're right back. Excellent. All right. Yes, Sean. Yeah, it took me back. Absolutely. Steve Rockwood, Sean, when you do sell your original pages, don't sell them. Oh, don't worry. I'm not selling them cheap. Make that money. Yeah, no, seriously, guys. It's very easy to price your work. It's not like this. It's not my first rodeo, but I will tell you this. When you guys back this book, when you guys buy this artwork, it is to take care of my family. Okay, what am I? That's not why you're doing it. You're doing it to be entertained, and you're doing it to have something beautiful in your house. So let me rephrase that. That was my dyslexia. When I sell this stuff and when I crowdfund books, it's to take care of my family. When you guys back them, I will charge you something and I will deliver something as good as what I charge you. That is my promise. I will not give you shit for your money. And that really matters to me. And I'll say this in every freaking way. When I married my wife and I said those vows were like 20-something years, almost 23 years into this, I was like, I'm here, ride or die. Are you ride or die? Let's do this. When I just fell in love with art, I was like 4 or 5 years old. I was like, I love this. I'm never going to stop drawing. I'm going to give my life to this. When I was a teacher, it was the same thing. The only thing that could have ever broken me from teaching was being asked to teach racism. I will never do that because that's a promise I made to myself before I became a teacher. I would never do that shit to another person or another race. And I hold to that. So I'm ride or die on this stuff. So I will deliver if it kills me, I'm going to make this book good for you. And I really mean that. When you see boxers say that, I'm prepared to die in this ring. I'm prepared to fucking die on this board. That's the way it is. So yeah, E.T. is my top 3 of all time. Yeah, absolutely. No question. E.T. might be my favorite movie ever. Like if someone were to ask me what's my sentimental favorite movie, I would probably say E.T. They were to ask me to say who's my favorite director. Oh God, that's a tough one. I think my favorite director is George Lucas by a bit, just in terms of filmmaker. But Spielberg's, it's close, man. Spielberg and Lucas are right there, neck and neck. Truthfully, on the ad that got me was the D&D car commercial that totally nailed the cartoon. Yes, that is a great commercial, by the way. I saw that for the first time 4 or 5 days ago. Can you believe that? Great minds, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, chicken and waffles, baby. I knew I had you figured for a chicken and waffles guy. Mighty Geek Studios, right on. James Hayes, my favorite film growing up, Forbidden Planet, is excellent. Love that. Have it on Blu-ray. Master of the Flying Guillotine, nice. And Supra. I got to read and work on my dyslexia. Super Infra Man. There we go. Sean, how do you do a how to create painted comic books? Oh God, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Honest to God, how to create painted comic books. First, be a maniac. 2, love the shit out of your backers. Those are my 2 steps for how to do it. But yeah, I could talk about, because once you get the artwork done and once you get it scanned in, it's like almost all of our processes, right? We color correct it, make sure you got it right. And then you get it into InDesign, and you're laying it out and you're getting everything organized and the lettering. But yeah, I mean, if people have questions, hit me up. I mean, I'm always happy to answer it while we're streaming. Let's see here. I thought they all sold at Lord Ravener. Ravener. Whoa, what did I miss here? Oh, the last. We got to get those last. Oh yeah, those are all gone. They finally sold. So yeah, we're there. Okay, so Lord Crackhead. Oh, I see what you're saying. The $75 head sketch tiers. Yes, absolutely. I may be closing those out soon, come to think of it, because I got a ton of art to do. So we'll see. But ooh, yeah, there's some incentive there. If I close those out, ooh. Let's see here. Star Wars Princess Bride and E.T. for yeah, absolutely. So E.T.'s number 1. The original Star Wars film is number 2. Sorry, folks, not Empire. Star Wars is a perfectly self-contained movie, and I think it's great. And I think it's better than Empire Strikes Back. I think Empire Strikes Back is great, but Star Wars is better. Let's see what else. What's another favorite childhood film? I'm just kind of like looking around to see if I can think of it. And I'm talking like early childhood movies. I mean, if we're talking about movies I've watched a million times, then I know this is going to break some people's hearts, but it would be E.T., Star Wars, and Return of the Jedi. No doubt. Return of the Jedi hit me huge as a kid. And I think Ethan was the same way. Let's see here. Yes, there's Nosfero, the Crypt Walker, guys. Yeah, please, guys, we're almost at 25K. I haven't looked at it today, or since this morning, but it was like, what is it at? Let me see. Now I'm going to look at it. Okay, so here, let me try to share this, because I should do this more. People who who I look to for advice know to do this all the time, and I frequently forget. So let's do this. Add to stream. So here you go, guys. Nosfero, the Crypt Walker, is at 24,715 with 386 backers. My stars and garters, folks. We are kicking ass and taking names. Yeah, hail CG, hail all of you guys. Thank you to everybody who's backed this book, everybody who's subscribed to this channel. We're being reviewed right now for monetization, which I still cannot. It happened so fast. So many amazing people on that stream. So many people who've been with me from the beginning and a ride or die on all this stuff. Thank you guys. Really, from the heart, you guys are amazing. John Malin was really kind talking about, my channel last night. And he, whenever I've been on his show, he always goes out of his way to make sure that he shows my campaign and shows my stuff, which is not why I was there. I was there for Narwhal because, him and I've been talking about all this nerdy crap for forever. We love this shit. And it meant a lot to me, man. It meant a lot to me. He's a good dude. And so, yeah, I owe all of you guys a ton for that. So there we are. Stuff is a-happening. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, whoa. Everything just jumped. Any lettering alternatives to InDesign? Well, actually, I don't letter in InDesign. I lay out in InDesign. But to me, Illustrator is one of the best ways to do it, although I may do – I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've got a couple different lettering ideas, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it, as Robert Downey Jr. would say. Let's see here. No one really does a book about coloring. Yeah, well, I think there was a book on coloring, but I'd like to see Gabe and a couple of other people, Matt Yackey, to get together and do a book on coloring. I'd love to see it. Nothing bad meant, but as a young fellow, somehow Star Wars was boring, but I loved Empire Strikes Back. Hey, listen, guys. This is the difference between real nerds like ourselves and, frankly, fake nerds. And by that, I mean people who actually don't watch or care about this shit and pretend they do. And we all know what that looks like. I actually love hearing what people like more. If someone says to me, I love this movie and I want to watch this movie, dude, and they're a friend of mine, I'm like, let's watch this movie. Shit, I'm married. I do that all the time. But I love, like, you're never going to get a complaint from me from Empire Strikes Back. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. I remember like Flash Gordon. You remember liking Flash Gordon 1980 more? Oh, I see what you're saying. But as a young fellow, somehow Star Wars was boring, but I loved Empire Strikes Back. I remembered I liked Flash Gordon 1980 more. I think that's what you were saying. That's right, Lord Ravener, my bad. Okay, fair enough. Agreed on A New Hope. RoboCop. Yeah, that was a big one for me as a kid. Yeah, man. 24,715, only $285 away. How the hell is all of this possible? My goodness. Well, what am I saying? Possible because of you guys. Antoine Dedison, Sean, when you bring up these classic films, it brings to mind something that I think many creators overlook when developing their comics, and that is a sense of hope within the worlds they create. Let me tell you something, guys. Yeah. I'm a weirdo who sits around listening to, audiobooks like The Count of Monte Cristo. I look at stories, even one of my favorite movies of all time, Ben-Hur, is a really deep meditation and enriching and affirming story about somebody who has his life taken from him, goes on a quest for revenge, accomplishes the revenge, and then what? It's the thing that people don't ever think about. What do you do when you've already achieved your revenge? Are you full then? Are you done? Are you happy? The answer is no. You have got to find something else and bigger in life. And they walk you through that by showing you this character's entire journey. It's the kind of movie you walk away from and you feel spiritually like you've been uplifted and filled up by that movie. It's great. And you're right. It's so important. Hope is a big deal in my stories. FYI, Eric Weathers tweeted out, oh, shoot, hold on. Oh, cool. Eric Weathers tweeted out his comic lettering templates today. God, Eric Weathers is great, guys. If you haven't seen that, check that out. It's on Gumroad and buy it. Eric Weathers is the man. Yeah. And back, if you have not backed Battle Brick Road yet, please back that book. It's almost to 6 figures. I think it deserves to be at 6 figures. Eric Weathers is a great guy, an amazing collaborator, and does amazing stuff. Sumo Thori, haha, no worries. I show those whenever I can on my channels. I'm wrenched on. Lord Ravener, are you wrenched on this? You are wrenched on this channel, right? Make sure you are, and let me know. Hey, American Comics Company, you're always in good company when American Comics Company is here. Good to see you, my friend. Hail to you, and yes, hail to the chat. Hey, what's up, Ilda? Good to see you. Hello, darlings. Yes, absolutely. Hello, darlings, always. Let's see here. Lord Ravener, has YouTube given any response regarding monetization? I think it takes about a month, but I'm not positive. So they're still working on it. What's up, Jeremy Burtz? Great to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Lord Ravener, I was pushing the last watercolor sketch for a while and was saying I was going to back it a second time if it was still there. That's right. Someone finally got it, and your hard work has been rewarded, Sumo Authority. Thank you. My family and I appreciate it. Ryan Johnson, what's up? Hail and tip of the hat, of course. Lord Ravener, whoops, it just jumped on me. Shoot, where the heck did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that was a steal, especially knowing how much effort Sean puts into stuff. You know it. Seriously, 9/10 of the movies I suggest get shot down, says Michael Bancroft. Not by me. Not by me. Oh, I got to stop showing this because I don't need that there. Okay, we get the point on the on the thing. We're going back to art. And let me rotate this around just for people coming in late. And make sure you like and subscribe if you have not done so yet. Hopefully she's selling you on it, this painting. On liking and subscribing to this channel. There'll be cool stuff happening. Jay Lee says, truth is, when I saw the 79 Flash Gordon cartoon movie, I thought it was better than Star Wars. Hey, there you go. Sometimes things hit us that way, guys. Everybody's saying hello, 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 hello. Mighty Geek Studio says, until Flash Gordon movie, I really didn't think it could be adapted for film. There you have it. Yeah, I love Flash Gordon. Hey, what's up, Dan Lawless? Great to see you. Tip of the hat to you, my brother. Great to have you here, man. I had fun last night hanging out. John, back kettle of fish is a bit kettle of fish is a big meal here at the Waffle Lodge. It is, guys. We sell you the whole kettle of fish, and we sell you the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge. Let's see here. I'd be okay with a sequel to The Last Starfighter. Just saying, love The Last Starfighter. Great, fun premise. Love it. Great 80s movies. Ryan Johnson saying hello. John, hello. How to Draw Comics with Dan Laws. Also, when they made the cartoon Flash Gordon movie, they got ILM, who had no work at the time, to do a space fight shots in the cartoon. Dang. I got to check that out again. It's been a while. That's the whole point of Count of Monte Cristo, the futility of revenge. Yeah, revenge against what? Against human beings. Jasper Plan 9, tip of the hat. Great to see you guys. Please hit that like button, guys. Let's move that like button. You guys crushed it on the last couple of streams, and I appreciate it. Let's see here. Yes, everybody's saying hello, hello. Sumo Thori, mainly Rob and Michael Bancroft. I backed you on Mortal Kombat. There you go. Hey, what's up, Tommy? Great to see you. Good morning to you, my friend. How are you doing on the other side of the planet? Good morning, evening, and night, lovelies. Absolutely. Oh, shit, it jumped on me again. Hang on a second. Lord Ravener, no, I'm not. Hi, Sean. Hail, Lord Crackhead. Not enough stories explore that. Not enough stories explore that. A good enough. It's one reason, or not, don't explore that good enough. It's one reason I'm really bummed. We'll probably never get to the last two, A Song of Ice and Fire books. The last book was supposed to be pretty much one big epilogue. Yeah, I know, it's heartbreaking. Shelf, no, Laura is not right. Oh, wait, what? Shit, hang on. I'm swearing a lot right now. I must be tired. Hang on a second here. Hold on. We got to do this. Guys, 29 people watching, 18 likes. What is this outrage? If I don't see those likes start moving, I don't think I can wrench Lord Ravener in good conscience. I'm really kind of conflicted here. It's stressing me out because it's like you guys don't care about Lord Ravener. Hey, what's up, Phil? I see you there. So, I mean, I really kind of need to see that moving. I mean, 22 with 29 watching. What the heck is going on? Hell's bells, people. Hell's bells. I just don't even know what we're doing here. Hey, what's up? We're saying hi, Jeremy. Jasper playing 9. Hi, Sumo. Do kids in school read the classics anymore, or have they been removed from the curriculum? There's only one book in the curriculum now, and it's The Catcher in the Rye. And it goes on for 7 months. That's what I've learned from my own kids growing up. Bancroft is a big Marvel movie fan, so I've heard. Let's see here. Yeah, we're saying, always great to see you, man. Hello. Shoot, jumped again. Dang, you guys are crushing it on this stream. Let me adjust my glasses. I'm losing it here. How to Draw Comics. Hello. Flash Gordon and the Beastmaster were Max. I love the box cover for the Beastmaster. I remember that. Yeah, and I watched it on HBO as well. With the you go through the HBO logo. Flash Gordon. Let's see. Jeremy Burt's always great to see you. Hail, boys. What is up, Phil? I'm telling you what, man. I will have this for you probably tomorrow. So don't fret. I just want to take, I'm just, look, I've already, added in a bunch of other stuff. I don't think it's going to show as well as I'd like it to, but we're good. We're good on this, man. We're good. And I can't wait for that launch. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, great to see you. Yes, Beastmaster made me wish I could get a ferret as a kid. Yeah, God, I have a friend who had ferrets, who's the guy who painted Warhammer miniatures. Let's see here. American Comics coming, YouTube. Yo, yeah, everybody's saying yo to Phil. Damn it, Jumps. You guys are crushing it. Hi, Phil. Yeah, everybody's saying hello to Phil. Yeah, Jeremy Burt's. Sean, you're breaking my heart. With which thing? Oh, yeah. That's right. No, sorry. Don't worry. I got to take care of. I did hit the like. Did my part. Jeremy Burt's. Hell yes. SDA. Thanks, man. Of course. It was never in doubt. I try not to answer to Elspeth, aka Elspeth. That's awesome. Nom. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely, guys. We're gonna have a fun time. Yeah, this is the thing, right? It used to be a reflex for us to do uplifting adventure stories, and we don't do that kind of thing now. Everything is about nihilism. Everything's about pointlessness. Everything is about isn't it funny how futile it all is? And the funny thing is to me, or the weird thing to me about it is, it's not funny that things are futile. It's not interesting, and they're not. I don't believe that. I said to my students, one of the last 2 years I was teaching, is I said, you've got to make a decision. At a certain point, you get to an age and you say, am I all in on humanity with all of its complexities and all of its amazing, beautiful things and things that just shock you to your core, of beauty, of people overcoming adversity, of people doing good acts of kindness? Are you all in, or are you all out? And I'm all in, guys. And this is the thing, when I look at this stuff. Let's see here. Awesome. Love the Beastmaster movie. Dang it, Jumps. Shanth is engaging in blackmail. It's not this time. Gary Shipman did a chair stream. That is beautiful, by the way. Left a note saying, super chat or the cat gets it. That's a good one. Ooh, upvote. There you go. Uplifting. What's that? Yeah, Lawless. This is so cool. You can literally tell your grandchildren that you watched and backed the creation of the classic comic Nosfero. God bless you. Thank you so much for that. Jasper Lane, wrench me. I'm here to talk Hammer. My wife just bought me The Curse of Frankenstein. Okay, look, man, I'm not gonna just wrench people because they're Hammer horror fans. that's ridiculous. So here's the thing. So yeah, here's the thing that it's all about for me when I look at this stuff. Is you in or is you out? That's absolutely right. Zaid Comics, hello, Bancroft. Dan Lawless channel. Guys, subscribe to Dan Lawless's channel. Subscribe. It's really important. Let me see if I can find this. Sorry, this is all rattling. Gosh. And we see this. Where the heck is it? Da-da-da. Oh, yeah, here you go. Is this it? I don't want to get struck for... Actually, I don't give a shit if I get struck for this. Let me see if I can... Sorry. Let me see if I can find this here. Hang on. Yeah, this is it right here, guys. So I know a lot of you guys have probably seen this. We're going to just take a quick second to look at this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere in the largest sense of the word. But let me just, I want to share this because this is the shit I think about when I get up in the morning. I'm like, like what's this whole crazy thing about? I know some of you guys have probably seen this. This is actually what, to me, this stuff is about here. Hang on a second here. Share. There we go. Zoom in on this here. And if this gets us struck, it gets us struck. I don't think it's going to, but let's just see what we can do here. Move this over here. And then I'm going to go here. Add to stream. Here you go, guys. So this woman passed out in her car. She was having some kind of medical situation. She drifted into the intersection. One of her coworkers was in the lane next to her and saw what was happening, jumped out of the car, and then all these people celebrating. I'm not interested in celebrating the bullshit. That's just, it's not worth it. You know, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. Excellent. Good. Subscribe to In-Laws. Excellent. Yeah, while they sleep, we work is absolutely right. Yeah, man. Yeah, don't ever try to break a car window with your hand. No doubt. Yeah, too much effort for me. That's right. And you're a wrench now, baby. Freedom. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a real American hero. Yeah, but that's the thing I think about when I look at this stuff, and I think about, you know, what we can do and what we can celebrate or what we can choose to ignore. Yeah, exactly, right? All the different races, sexes, whatever you want to say, everybody was like, there's a human being in need. We got to do something here. It wasn't planned. It wasn't staged. It's the stuff that we can highlight the garbage and tell people it's not garbage, or we can show people the beauty and they get it. Instantly, they get what we're about. And some people just want to take a cynical view of this world, and I'm not one of them. I'm not interested in it because cynicism did not help me overcome things. And I will tell you this, the greatest myth in the world that I cannot stand, frankly, is that if you go through something tough, it affects you for the rest of your life. It's hard, but the world is filled with people who overcome really difficult things. I definitely think I've overcome a few things in my life, and I think it's all about what we're doing here in Comicsgate, guys. I have 1,000 people. How is that even possible? Thank God. I thank God every day. I have 1,000 people who are subscribed to my channel on YouTube. I have, 300 and I think 86 now backers on my campaign who want to see my comic book happen. Are you guys kidding me? This is, how can anybody, guys, this is in the context of 45 years of ups and downs, seeing bad things happen to good people and all that stuff. And I've not lost my hope in this world. I always pray that I won't be, tested too hard or harder than I have been. But I know if I am, I know that I don't have a choice but to swim for the surface. I can't just be down in that depths of despair shit. That just doesn't work for me. And when you guys back these books, and it's not just mine. When I saw Ethan move Nosfero and then Nosferatu. God, I get our comics confused because they have practically the same name. I saw Ethan move Nosferatu for Narwhal, and I saw John move Nosferatu for Narwhal, and I think we ended up around over $46,000 on that campaign. I felt great. When I see Tiger Blue do well, I feel great. When I see Battle Brick Road do well, I feel great. And when I see the Lucent 2 Painted Death smash records, I know I'm going to feel great. And frankly, when I saw Joe M. Sontag's book, Reaper Destroyer, just crush it on Michael's stream, I felt great. I felt really happy for him. And I love Comicsgate, guys. I love what we're doing here. I really do. And I'm so grateful for it every single day, and I hope you guys are too, because I need my comic book buddies. I've been missing it for too long, guys. I need to have people to talk about 80s movies and comics and action figures and Van Damme movies and all that stuff that we get to talk about in CG. I need cool people around me. And I need creative people around me who are positive and hardworking and not resentful and cynical and pessimistic. And to me, having tough things happen to you is it sucks, you know, and you know, we go through it and we do our best, but it doesn't excuse to me, you know, succumbing to nihilism. If people want to do it, it's fine. But if they're in my car, they're going to need to get out. It's the way it is. You know, get out, as Arnold would say. Yeah, that safety glass doesn't fool around. It absolutely doesn't. Yeah, exactly. All different kinds of people. All Americans probably, but that's just the way it is, you know? And then people should see it. By the way, either way, that was American culture at work, not the other shit. I agree. I try to be positive with everything I do. Yeah, Phil, I know you do. And I really enjoy the Lost Pages. You want to talk about characters overcoming things? You want to talk about characters working through stuff? I think that Crimstone is a really great example of that. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I love about Phil's characters is Phil is like me. He's an optimist in that sense, you know, and he's aspirational, like so many of us are. Dan Lawless, that's the kind of stuff happens every day, but yeah, exactly. News, but it isn't newsworthy. But it is newsworthy. You're absolutely right. It is. Fiendish 2 mailing list is up. There you guys go on Indiegogo. Breeding cynicism is the easiest thing to breed. Heroes never do. Yeah, exactly right. Dan Lawless, do me a favor and get Gary to launch his YouTube channel. There you go. Absolutely. And let's see here. And I'm low-key bugged that it's only 386. It should be more. Nosfero is gonna be gonna double that. There you go, guys. I love it. Thank you. Zay Comics. It shows through. Absolutely does. I feel great looking at what's coming up. More Bonds, Samedi with King Cryptid, etc. Yeah, and by the way, Pete Samedi was one of those people who had me on his show. And you can watch it on his show. It was one of the open mics. It was Open Mic Monday in the morning was the title of it. So just go back to the first weekend Nosfero launched in October. Pete Samedi had me on his show, and he kept me on the show until I think it was Arrogant Ape. I could be wrong, but I think it was Arrogant Ape contributed $5 to put me to funding, past my funding goal. My memory is decent, and I remember people who are there for me. Pete Samedi is one of those people. Big ups to him and much love to Alterna. The Lucent 2 isn't coming out soon because Mike thinks it needs to be finished first. I'm not going to mess with the Maestro. Mike's Eiffel Tower is the cat's pajamas. Thanks, man. More Crimstones coming in. Yeah, Lost Pages 3. Let me tell you something, man. Crimstone is... Just go, man. Just go. I'll be there with you, man. If you need me for anything, if you ever need me for art or anything like that, you know I'll be there, man. I'm ready to rock, ride or die. If it bleeds, it leads. Absolutely. Okay, going to Crash. You all have a great night, Jay Lee. Much love to you, brother. Sleep well, sleep fast, and you have a good one. Yeah, Pete Samedi. Pete was the guy who I wrote in his chat. He said, what pizza do you prefer? He goes, well, you should have your own pizza. But, but if you have to choose between Domino's and Pizza Hut, he chose Pizza Hut, and I followed his lead and ordered some Pizza Hut that night because I gotta love it. Yeah, see you, Jay Lee. Absolutely. How to Draw Comics by Dan Laws. I'd love to see Nosfero double. Yeah, so you, Mrs. Angetti, and I too, because it would mean where it is right now. Let me be clear, guys. I will appreciate everything. I will. Yeah. I made a very solemn vow when I launched this book that I was putting it in God's hands and that I would accept how it went and I would just move forward and move forward with the lessons I learned. I wanted to create the book with some humility. I wanted to pour my soul into it, and I wanted to not take anything for granted, but be appreciative of everything. And so, I can't tell you like how moved I am by that and how much I am hopeful, or I should say how at peace I am that it's going in the right direction. That's all I can say. Yeah. I love Pete, man. Pete's the man. Oh shoot. Sorry. My glasses slipped. I couldn't read for a second. I will harass Mike to launch. That's right. That's what we're here to do. Jasper Plan 9 later. Jay Lee. Good night, Jay. I'm not finishing it first, Jasper, but I do need some finished pages as covers before covers before I go live. Right on. Cheers, Jay Lee. Absolutely. Have you ever noticed how the and IRS together spells theirs? Yes, I have. I have noticed that. Yeah, don't question the full read. I said it with a little bit too much New Zealand there. James Hayes, oof, how true. Jasper Plan 9, I'll be on you until you go live, Bancroft. It won't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. That is the reality of all of this stuff, guys. That's how we do it. Because that's what Comicsgate is about, guys. That is what we are about. We're about making it happen. But yeah, so when I'm working on something like this, how is that for a segue? When I'm working on something like this, the biggest thing that I think people are owed when I sit down and put brush to paper is actually, I'm going to switch to just adjust the cam for a second so I don't have to worry about where I'm located. But the biggest thing I think that is sort of the price of admission for me creating stuff is people need to see really beautiful color theory. And if you look at this is a place where you can really see my Basil Gogos influence. If you don't know Basil Gogos, he's a horror artist who did those great movie posters. And if you look at the kind of color complexity that I'm trying to go for inside of these spaces, and it'll get more complicated, that is sort of what you're going to see. It's like the old horror comic covers or horror magazine covers from the Italian horror movies. And then I mix that in with the classic pulp stuff, which it's somewhat, kith and kin to. So that's the way that I'm going to be approaching this thing. And, I want the colors to be beautiful and rich and luminous. And that's everything to me on a project like this. Let me see here. Hey, what's up, Andy? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Jasper is ride or die. Amen. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. Having to think, right? You have decided to enter a genre that very few comic book creators have the stones to take on. We talking about Michael's or I don't know whose we're talking about. If we're talking about mine, wow, that's a great compliment. If you're talking about Michael's, I would agree. Jasper's like an Australian blowfly on a hot summer day. You mean like shoving a blowfly at your nose? Yeah, that's how you get a buzz, by the way, in Australia. That's what I've heard. Contreras doing well yourself. Pretty good. There you go. I'm sending super chats to keep it fun, Mike. You're welcome. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, I was so excited when Mike got monetized. I was so excited when Eric Weathers got monetized. It's sort of silly, but when Eric got monetized, I was on the stream with him and I had to send him a super chat because it has to happen, like these are your brothers, man. These are your brothers in arms. Hey, what is up, John? Good to see you again. What is up, LE? Good to see you, LE. How you doing? Let's see here. Watching Sean's paint always makes me want to start doing that. Hey, listen, that's part of the joy for it. Yeah. Oh, we're talking about yours. Thank you. Tip of the hat. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm really trying to do this genre justice for the people who are passionate about it. I want them to have a great, experience with it. And I also want all of my fellow pulp brothers out there like Phil Diaz and Razor Fist and all of us who are just pulp fanatics to kind of get some new work in traditional media that, will be in those gallery exhibitions. Not that it's painted for, these things are obviously painted for reproduction, but will be in the gallery exhibitions or personal collections of various, fans and art collectors for years to come, something that, that people will see and kind of, it'll give them some joy at the end of the day. And that's the thing that it makes what I do. I never wonder why I'm doing what I'm doing from the standpoint of my audience, because I love my audience and I want them to have some really fun, great, beautifully painted escapism. I want to give them paintings that they can just sort of fall into and be inspired by. If I can do that at the end of my days, I think I can go in the ground with a clear conscience. And that's what motivates me. It all motivates me. And my kids motivate me. The wife is my biggest motivation for everything. And God motivates me, to be sure. And and my Comicsgate brothers, like everybody's got a different, everybody's got a different perspective on what their focus is on life and where they go. And I respect that aspect of it, as long as they share the, the values and that are important in this country anyway. Free speech, presumption of innocence, and all of those important things, and the right to pursue your own financial interests. But I've found such a great group of people to be working with, and I'm grateful for it every single day, man. It's what makes it work. Yeah, everybody's saying hello. Let me see. Hold on a second here. Watch Sean Paint. Excellent. Talking about you, Sean. Thank you so much. Michael Bancroft. Are there a lot of odd sounding colloquialisms from Australia? Gosh, that one almost got me. Let's see here. Hellos. Dan Laws. Sean, when you do your color, do you go by instinct, or is it more of a conscious, deliberate thing coming from color theory knowledge? It's all instinct, basically. I do have color theory knowledge in the sense that I've studied color theory, but it doesn't work that way when I paint. It just goes into muscle memory, or not even that. It's like music. It's hard to describe because I do things that are absolutely not correct, like on their face, like wildly incorrect. But I can't explain where that comes from. It's hard to describe. So yeah, it's color theory is obviously I'm aware of, like for example here, red, green, but by the time this thing is done, like that's not in my mind, like it'll feel right. How do I word it? It's a lot more like cooking than it's like baking is the best way I would put it. So, and by the way, I cannot cook for anything. It's that was a good save there. But I can't. I can't cook. I can make pancakes for my kids. I can do anything that's got a recipe to it. But with this is where I cook. I can't bake here because I just have to. I have to sort of feel it and experience it. Like when you guys look at the Nosfero layouts, I know you guys have seen this page a billion times. When you look at this layout page, this to me, this has to be felt. Like this has to be. And I don't mean felt like felt tip marker, and I can't touch felt because it drives me fucking crazy because I'm hanging out somewhere on the spectrum, man. But it's when I'm doing it's the same thing with the story. You gotta just kind of feel it, like you gotta know, like again, and we talk about this stuff a bunch, but it's the immaculate reality thing. I've just gotta. I feel what these characters are in, what they're going through, like where the detail breaks, where the detail zeroes in, and then where it gets looser, where it breathes, like all of this stuff. It's like a living, thing, when you're doing these paintings, and that's what it is. That's what you guys are going to get, only about 4 trillion. Yeah. I'm guessing you meant expressions there. Yeah. Hell, Phil. Right on, brother. Let's see here. James Hayes. I wonder if I get my tombstone made up like a Ouija board, then my relatives will be able to call me. Yeah, my tombstone, I've already got several epitaphs picked out for it. One of them I was going to have on there for a while was I'm still holding a grudge. I thought that would be funny. Then I forget what the other one was. But the final one I decided on was I want my tombstone to say I was born for this. Couldn't resist, man. It's too true. How to Draw Comics by Dan Lawless. I'm going to guess instinct. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you were right. It was instinct. Absolutely. John Michael Bancroft should do some show segments with them. Would be a trip. Yeah, it would be a trip. I'd love to see that. Hey, what's up? No. How is your youngest, your baby girl doing, and how is the new grandson? I hope they are doing well. Hey, chat, we're kicking ass tonight. Make sure to hit that like button and sub button. Our boy Sean just got over 1K subs. Hell yeah, Batman. Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hell yeah, Batman. Hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Sean's wife motivates him because she's got a mean right hook. Yeah, she motivates me because shit. It's like, John, hello. No. I cracked myself up. Sometimes someone had the best comment on Ethan's stream. They said the only person Sean's jokes are making laugh are Sean. It's so true. It's so bad, but it's so true, man. Oh my god. No. Kicking it to and taking initials to be busy for the whole name. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see here. Gosh, gotta adjust my glasses again. Sorry. American Comics Company. Yeah, absolutely. Hail and hail to you, brother. Always good to see you. Happy accidents, indeed. That is, if I didn't have happy accidents, I wouldn't have any happiness at all. Strong men deserve to have stronger women behind them. Absolutely, that's right, man. It's like I said, when you go to war, with cynicism and nihilism and viciousness, You want to have somebody with you by your side who believes in hope, has faith, has courage, has discipline, and it's incredible to have somebody like that and who brings beauty into the world. Absolutely right. Andrea Van Skyver will probably tell you that the boobs are too small on your female characters. Hey, listen, I got to be on camera for this because this is the truth. All of our wives do that. All of our wives come around. Actually, what my wife does, this is how I know I've done a good female figure. She comes over and she goes, "Oh, that one's good." She's like, "Oh, that's really good. That's really good." Because she is very critical of it. She looks at it and because she always says to me, like, she looks at it from the perspective of, the audience, because she's a graphic designer and artist herself, and she wants to be beautiful, man. I mean, she's like, if you're trying to get it to look like, the classical, beautiful, woman, she knows what that's supposed to be. The same thing goes with the guy figures and everything else. She's like, make it look tough, make the creature scarier. Like, but when she compliments my work, which is a lot of the time, God bless her, I know it means something. And I do the same thing with her graphic design, yeah, absolutely. Shank just closed his eyes and paints. That's right. Exactly. Yeah. I put on the Miyagi-Do bandana over my eyes and I just paint. That's right. John, holla, brother. Glad to hear. American Comics Company Hill. Shucks. Always proud to be in the chat. Absolutely. Andy, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, excellent. Let's see. Hi, everyone. Gotta hide. Mo's trying to kill me. That's right, Eric. Just hit the like button and then hide, my friend. Hide away. Gotta jump again. Jeez Louise, guys. Hi, Sean. Hey, what's up, Skunk? I can't pronounce this at all. Hi, Sean. Could you maybe demonstrate how you managed to glaze over a gouache without? Okay, this is heavy body acrylic, so that's the big thing. Reactivating previous layers of paint, especially over white paint. Greetings from Germany. Yes. So right now I am using heavy body acrylic paint, so I'm not using gouache. So that's the first thing, and all I'm doing is just letting those layers dry and glazing over it with water and a wash down acrylic. But I'm treating it a lot more like a gouache watercolor layout. So I'm working opaque and transparent at the same time. That's how I'm doing it on this one. And it's great to see you here, by the way. Thanks for coming by. Please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, thank you. I appreciate it. Eric Grant, why? Hello. Everybody's saying, oh, hello, Eric Grant. I won't let them know you're here. Dan Lawless, yeah, when I watch you work, oh, thank you. I'm mystified, fascinated on how it unfolds, but I understand it too because, yeah, I use some of that instinct too. Of course. Artists, whether you're working in digital or traditional, and this is something I really saw on Anna's stream, guys. And I know you guys know Anna, and I know everybody loves Anna. Anna has absolutely fantastic painting skills and painting instincts. She just does. I've watched her paint, and I've painted, on a stream with her, and she's got it. I mean, she's got whatever that thing is. She's a painter in the true, academic sense. She understands forming and lighting and then brings her vision to it. And you can have someone be a complete stranger and you go into a stream with them and you're painting and this is what we do. This is our thing. And you guys know that. You guys are here and you watch it and you get it. You get art, you care about it, you appreciate it. John, don't worry, it has nothing to do with Georgia Pinks. That's right. Thanks, Andy. I'm vulnerable here. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. No reason, don't ask. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it gets you. Yeah, absolutely. On story perspective, do you have a feeling you are there in tempo sense? Do you have the beats down for issue 1? Yes, I do. It's a very similar thing with that because, and I think maybe Ethan said this too, but I know other people have said this before. At a certain point when I'm painting the characters, as the figures come together, even though I know what the beats are, I can hear what they're saying in the moment because I can't paint them if I can't imagine what they're saying and hearing, if that makes sense. And I also think about the sort of the exposition aspects of this. And I think about the stakes because every character in this story, it's not like I don't do a lot of character analysis. I definitely agree with Werner Herzog on this in terms of I don't try to give everybody a backstory and have it be overly labored. But I know where characters came from, but I won't tell you how many sugars they take in their coffee. Because that to me is just, it gets a little pretentious. For me, what I do about my characters is, I know what they would die for, and I also know what they live for. And if I can have those two things in my head with characters, I know what they die for, I know what they live for, then I've got them figured out pretty much. You know? Like Laurel, for example. Yeah, I'm not going to give that one away. But I know that character. So yes. Hey, what's up, Max Santiago? How you doing, my friend? Tip of the cap to you. Great to see you here, man. Absolutely. Hit the like, and I'm sure you're subscribed, but if you're not, please do. I know you are because I see you in here all the time. I get back to Eric Grant. I'm wanted fugitive too, thanks to D-Wag. Aw, D-Wag. Come on, D-Wag. Let's see here. Yeah, everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Holla, holla, holla. Yeah, there you go. I just picked up my Battle Brick Road. Looking forward to reading it. It's a great book. You will not be disappointed. Eric is a great artist. And Zeb's doing great work on the writing on that book. And it's just a great world. It's a great, envisioning of it. John, yeah, that's right. Look at you guys. JS, yeah, we catch Steely Wag's dumpster. That's just Flintstone car. Absolutely. Oh my God, it just jumped again. Holy cow. Wow, it jumped a lot. Doing good, Sean. Had to kind of show some tough love to the son-in-law. There you go. They went in for a 2-month checkup, and yikes. Let them do a battery event. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. That stuff happens, well, much love. I know that's a difficult time, man. I know it's a difficult time. Yeah, boops. There you go. That's right. It's like how it always goes. We get back on subject. Eric Grant left my ass off. Yeah, he left his stash of crack there too. Are we talking about the dumpster again? It's confusing. Yeah, hello, Eric Grant. It was last Monday, and we made it through. He had a couple of rough days, but he lives up to his comic namesake, Logan. It kicked quickly. There you go. Will never happen again. That's right. Sometimes you got to, guys. You got to take care of. It's tough, guys. Family is tough. It's great. It's everything. It's a big experience. Yeah, poor D-Wag ain't even here, and his dumpster's getting ragged on. Eric Grant, hope you stay safe in the chat. We got your back. There you go. Right, absolutely. Sean, are you familiar with Mike Huddleston? I just grabbed the Decorum hardcover. His art is like no book I've ever seen. No, but I'm aware of it now, and I'm gonna have to check it out. James Hayes, I brought this to myself. We just came from 86 Consumer, and if you know, you know. Oh my God, James Hayes probably asleep and about to get dumpster jacked. My wife said sarcastically, "Can you make her boobs any bigger?" About my drawing. Of course, I said, "I don't know. Let me try." That's beautiful, man. Yeah, Anna's paint streams are awesome. Yeah, absolutely. God, I'm so far behind, guys. Anna paints. Yeah, absolutely. I can learn a thing or two from Anna's paint. Yeah, absolutely. She's great. Munoz, she has separate paint channel. Check out her paint channel. Okay, guys, I'm just got to jump on this. What if they die for a specific number of sugars in their coffee? Yeah, that's true. That could be it. I didn't know. Good to hear. Yeah. See Hounds, Grimsman, John. I'm just jumping. Hi, Eric. Hale. Oh my gosh. Sign up for CG Vacation. Just 2 backers from 450. Has anybody missed signing up for CG Vacation? Let's make that happen, guys. 450. Let's make that happen on the stream. Phil, let us know if it does. Tommy Conks for everyone. I have 2 more CG books in customs coming for me. Excellent. No idea which ones they are. Maybe Embrace and Oddity. Excellent. Well, I hope you get those soon, guys. Phil, let us know in the chat when we are at 450. Anyone who is not signed up for CG Vacation, I know I am, please make sure that you do. That book is going to be great. It's the biggest crossover in Comicsgate history, and it's going to be just filled with beautiful, beautiful pinups. And I believe my Grosse Pointe Dank brother, Dan Lawless, has got 2 knockout pieces in there, and I've seen corners of one of them and then all of the other one, thanks to Phil, and they look dynamite, guys. Dynamite. We love this stuff. I love Comicsgate. A day in Comicsgate is like a day on the farm. Every paycheck a fortune. Every day a holiday. Every lineup a parade. Every meal a banquet. I love Comicsgate. There you go. That's right. Let's see here. Okay, I'm heading out later, chat. Take care, Jasper Plan 9. Much love. Let's see here. What is CG Vacation again? Been zoning out on stuff. It's a book of amazing pinups and art. Will do. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, let us know about that number. Jeremy Burtz, hail. See ya, Jasper Plan 9. Jasper Plan 9, take care. Bye, Jasper Plan 9. Sean, Andy Contreras has a great question. Where the hell is it? Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, what is, I remember now. Bancroft was talking about it. Yeah. So, CG Vacation is going to have a lot of great art in it. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's got some really nice cover artist, which has been shown. And then this is my piece for CG Vacation right now that's about to get wrapped up and sent off to Phil. So this is what we do. This is what Comiskate's about, man. And we make beautiful stuff. We make stuff that makes people's lives more enjoyable and gives them a sense of beauty, sexiness, fun. What was it, Phil? Please in the chat. What was Steranko's 3 ingredients for pulp? Because that is what this painting is about. The 3 ingredients for pulp, according to Steranko. And that is what you have to understand that Phil and I are both about. I know most of us are about. And that's what CG Vacation's about, man. Making beautiful, beautiful art. And that's all about the beauty, the sexiness, and the adventure. That's what it's all about. The adventure of being, in the greatest independent comic book, I would say, industry, business, in a long time, because we're not just doing this for the art. We're doing this so that we as artists can be financially able to do this. And you guys make that happen. That's what it's about. It's not about, just, hanging on by a thread. CG Vacation just hit 450. Great job, chat. I knew you guys would get it done. How to Draw Comics by Dan Lawless. Have you shown either of your vacay pieces yet? Good question. How to Draw Comics with Dan Lawless. That's awesome. Glad Polito bought that off of you. Yes, the Lady Death. Oh, right. That's right. Sold my Lady Death image to Polito. Yeah, that is a great piece. Absolutely great piece. I'm sure there'll be more too. Let's see here. How to Draw Comics with Dan Lawless. Yes. Congrats, Phil. Absolutely. I remember you showing this piece. Amazing piece. Must have forgotten, but I remember this painting. You going to frame that? I'm going to sell that. Someone else is going to frame it. That's my hope, Andy. Then thank you. Tip of the hat. Is there going to be any prints as a tier on Indiegogo on that piece of yours? I'm going to leave that to Phil. Yeah, Phil and I should figure that out. Dan Lawless does bring the hotness. Absolutely does. He brings the hotness and the danger. The danger. And speaking of, Zaid Comics, have danger, mystery, and be sexy. That is the key to pulp. And that's the key to Dan and I. That's what it's going to say on my tombstone. He was dangerous. He was mysterious. And by God, he was sexy. American Comic Company, the witness will answer the witness will answer the question. That's right. Exactly. That was my Star Trek Undiscovered Country quote there. Let's see here. Your artwork never fails. Oh, geez. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Andy. I have to read it. My wife says I have to read them. Your artwork never fails to amaze me. So much going on, and the vibrant array of colors. Just subscribe to it. There you go. Excellent. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it, and Phil appreciates it. That's what we're here to do, guys. We're here to help promote each other's stuff, but we're here to promote our work and the stuff that we're doing so that we can get more eyeballs on it, and you guys are a huge part of that. Max Santiago, actually, Jonathan Jetty Art, I want to get it to get into pulp. Oh, very nice. Any options to start with? I'm a fan of Conan, by the way. Well, first option is make sure you talk to Dan Lawless. How to Draw Comics by Dan Lawless. We make good, high-quality boobs here. We are dedicated to the cause. So here's the biggest thing I would say. Make pulp art paintings and hashtag them so that pulp art people can find it, because there's a huge audience that wants new pulp artwork. There's art directors who want new pulp artwork. There's just not a lot of people who can do it with any level of high competency, and the ones who can are going to be in demand. I do traditional media pulp paintings, and the thing I love about doing this is that when I see someone like Phil go to the Jim Steranko show, and Jim's are quite large pieces, when he's seeing those, I want people who are commissioning me to do projects and work to know that the work that they've got reproduced in their comic book is going to be able to be, owned by somebody, and be in a gallery one day. Like that's, if that is what the work merits. And that's the thing that's so fun about it. So yeah, I just say make stuff, and everybody knows what those 3 ingredients, that's what you use. Steranko got into a lot of trouble with the Comics Code Authority because his girls were too sexy. God bless him. Wow. How to Draw Comics by Dan Lawless. That's amazing. Congrats. Yeah, absolutely. At John, not fully yet. Let's see here. Yeah, both of them. That's right. Let's see here, man. I gotta buy some of these original Nosfero pages. Yeah, when those things go up for sale, bring your wallet if that happens. I'm not sure yet if that's going to happen, but we'll see. At Stephen Rockwell drawing from How to Draw Comics by Dan Lawless. Thank you. Zaid Comics CG Vacation will be oversized hardcover. That's going to be absolutely awesome. How to Draw Comics by Dan Lawless. Never going to push you to show it, but we'll never say no either. That's exactly right. Jonathan Jetty is working on a beautifully painted comic called Nosfero the Crypt Walker. Check it out at this link. Thank you so much, Stephen Rockwood. Tip of the hat. Let's see here. Ooh, Zaid Comics hardcover CG book would be nice to have on my bookshelf. My bookshelf is waiting for that and the hardcover Nosfero and our Nosferatu. Got to get our books confused. The hardcover Nosferatu by Narwhal. Cannot wait. John Carter is pulpy. Yeah, it's goodness. Pulpy goodness. Hello, Maromi. What's up? And absolutely hail, God, my dyslexia. Maromi, it's great to see you, Fred. Glad to have you here. I Draw Comics with Dan Lawless. At John Phil is here. I'll get in trouble if I show them. Yeah, that's how it goes. Hello, John, and Phil's cracking up. Yeah, man. Phil came on my stream not long ago and showed the exhibition catalog for the Steranko exhibit. There's a couple of videos online showing it, and I'm just so glad that that he got a gallery show. I think it's one of those things that when these artists get older and he is in great health, but you never know. You want to make sure that they get to have these experiences, and that Phil and Aldous got to be there, and to see Jim taking in this incredible success that I know meant a lot to him. I'm sure it did as an artist. It was just so great to hear about, and I'm glad that they could share that with us, because that's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about. And I've been to some exhibits in my time that were really great. The Guillermo del Toro At Home with Monsters exhibit was great. The Kirk Hammett It's Alive exhibit was great. I got to see Frazetta originals and Basil Gogos originals, but it's all so great to get to see. Let's see here. Oh, shoot. Everything just jumped. There we go. Hey, what's up, Matt Fowler? I was just singing the praises of Tiger Blue, by the way. And yeah, much love. Yeah. And hail, brother. Hail, hail, hail. He's got to run to the bathroom sometime. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. There you go, guys. Matty. That's right. That's right. Let's see here. Hail, Maromi. Hail, Matthew Fowler. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hey, Phil. Hey, Phil. Hoy. Hoy. Oh, wait. What's up besides you? I mean, yeah, Matthew Fowler. That's right. Hail, Jeremy Pert says. Yeah, guys, this is what it's about, man. This is what it's about. I mean, I love great comics, but I love independent comics because if you guys back them, we have the freedom to do what we want to do with them, and we can tell stories that are optimistic and hopeful and aspirational and beautiful about things that you've always wanted to see in a comic book or see someone attempt in a comic book, which is kind of what makes it so fun. And you don't have to worry about somebody suddenly just destroying it, because we own the things that we make. So no one's going to come along and reinvent it or subvert your expectations just to be obnoxious, basically just to piss in your pool. That's not what we're here to do. And that's what makes the indie scene so great. When you care about characters, you're not willing to sacrifice them on the altar of politics. The only time you'll ever sacrifice a character, if you have to, is on the altar of story. And when it's coming from, the creative artist who's invested in these characters, you'll find that they do that very, very sparingly. That's really what it comes down to. And I've always said that the problem with when it's so funny, I'll give you a really good example of this. So there was a lot of fear with Harry Potter. And the fear with Harry Potter was Stephen King actually was worried about this. That J.K. Rowling was going to kill off Harry Potter, right? And she's killed some characters, but she didn't end up killing off Harry Potter, right? So can any of you guys name a story? Now that we're in agreement that CG is the resurrection of the underground comic scene, what do we do next? Yeah. What do we do next is simple. We allow creators to pool their resources when necessary, but also innovate and do their own independent thing. Which means that if someone is interested in pursuing, a toy deal or action figures or making their own action figures, they do it. If other people are interested in, producing art prints or something like that, they do it. If people want to do different kinds of collectibles, if people want to do puzzles, it doesn't matter. That's how we're going to grow things. And we have to tell every person who's got exceptional skill. And this, you probably saw John Malin and I going on about this. We were saying to Dan Lawless, like one of the best things you could do for Comicsgate, if you have the idea and if you have the interest, is to do your own book and create something, because there's room for excellent books. And I would love to see a Dan Lawless drawn book. So let's get those subs to his YouTube channel up and let's make it happen. SDA, yeah. Next step, destroy our enemies. I think when your enemies are destroying themselves, just stand aside and watch. And if they come around here, show them the door, and don't stop the car. Let's see here, John. Well, considering all of the subverting of expectations, soon the only thing will hopefully be to subvert the subversion. That's absolutely true. That's what's happening. Puzzles. I love that trailer. That's right. Yep. Buy Crom. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's a crazy time, and it's a cool time to be doing artwork here and to be, making comics in Comicsgate. And that's what I love about it. Oh my gosh. I know that one, but I can barely get there. Christoph Domowski. I almost got there. Couldn't get it done. Let's see here. Let's see here. Mighty Geek Studios, same thing we do every night. Pinky, try to take over the world. That's right, Pinky. Now, what is it that you want? In the depths of your ignorance, what is it that you want? Well, whatever it is you want, I can't give it to you because I just don't see it. One of my favorite odd references in Pinky and the Brain. What a great show that was. Just fantastic. And those voice actors are incredible and had great careers. All right, let's see where we are besides Green CG comics. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, looks like we're good. Yeah, the voice actors are great. Mighty Geek Studios. It might be that CG is the resurrection of the mainstream comic industry. Here's the way I really believe this. And I know this gets used a lot. Comicsgate really does mark a paradigm shift. It's because there's a couple of things it has. It's independent freedom, but more so than independent freedom, it's individual responsibility, which is to say, if you've got skill, you have the ability to make money off of your skill. If you have the ability to understand how to monetize what you do, or if you are able to monetize what you do. So it's nobody's responsibility, but you do have a tendency, if you're working hard and you're disciplined, to have and you're skilled. If you've got a lot of skill, you meet more people who are skilled, hardworking, and disciplined. For the most part, you're going to run into them. They're going to want to have conversations with you. And in many instances, you're going to make friends, and you're going to make friends who have a vested interest in you doing well, because it makes the whole endeavor stronger. You see a lot less co-pilot syndrome here than you do in the mainstream industry, because at the end of the day, if somebody is not interested in what you're doing, or if somebody is trying to sabotage where you're going in your car, you have the right to kick them out of said car. So everybody has to kind of be respectful, but you're not tethered to anyone. You don't owe anybody. You don't owe anybody anything you don't want to give to them. And that's the greatest part about it. For me, when I back books, which I do a lot, as to the extent that I can, actually, is how I back books. I don't ever back them with the standpoint of what I'm going to get back from this person if I back the book. The thing I'm going to get if I back the book, and I know I'm going to get, obviously they're going to be appreciative. I'm going to be, the Comicsgate treats its audience well, does not call them awful things. But for me, when I back a book, I'm excited to get that book. And I've got my short box over there of comics from Comicsgate that I love. I mean, I love these books, and that's what makes it great. Oh, shoot. I missed a ton. Okay. Let's see. Every night I met them. There you go. Mighty Geek Studios. It might be that CGs are extra. Yep. There we go. Voice actors. Indeed. Yes. And Tom Kenny, SpongeBob. There you go. I want the best of the best. Amen. So do I. That's why I'm here at Comicsgate. There's an infinite number of people who would benefit from escapist entertainment. Enjoying fun stories is one thing that makes life worth living, and it's something you can provide to all. It's true. And Bill Moyers talked about that with Joseph Campbell when they were at Skywalker Ranch recording The Power of Myth, which is one of my big touchstones as an artist and was as a teacher. And he says, my sons did the same thing that the audience did when we saw that movie in the theater. When he said, use the Force, Luke, let go, and he turned off the targeting computer, everybody in the audience just broke out into cheers and applause. That's something that something that gained value in one movie. It didn't need sequels for that buildup. Think about the emotion that people felt when they saw Luke Skywalker in the second season finale of The Mandalorian. That was decades in the making. The thrill and applause that people had when they saw the original Star Wars movie was one movie in the making. From the start of the movie to there, it changed pop culture. It was a phenomenon. That's what great artwork can do. That's what great artwork can do. And when comics come along and they come on the scene and they create some sense of things and people believe in the characters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they live in the sewers, makes sense. They order pizza, makes sense. Like all that stuff that came about, the Shredder, the Foot Clan, all of that stuff was created in about 40 pages of comic book, and the idea that if you say to somebody, do you prefer Michelangelo or Donatello? They're just as likely to think you're talking about Renaissance artists, probably more likely to think you're talking about Ninja Turtles. That's what pop culture can do. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. CG certainly embodies the initial spirit, which took legacy comics to their heights. Absolutely. Mighty Geek Studios. Holy cow. It just jumped. You just described the underground comic scene in the 60s and 70s. Right on. Yeah. Hail, Tommy. Absolutely. You can be my wingman. You can be my wingman anytime. Bullshit, SDA. You can be mine. So, you go. No, X-Man, you can be my wingman. That's right. That's right. Absolutely, man. Yeah, what a great flick. I can't wait. Penthouse Magazine was one of the kings of the underground comic scene because nothing was off limits. That's right. That's right. Yeah, great interview indeed. Let's see here. Yeah, hail, my friends. 80s Made Consumer. I doff my cap to you. Hail to you, my friend. And congratulations on 200 subscribers. Look at that, man. CG's got your back. 80s Made Collectors got your back because we love the 80s. We love the stuff you're doing. You just keep working, man. That's all you do. Keep working, and we'll keep tuning in. And congratulations. And congratulations to all of you guys. Congratulations to Phil for 450 people signing up for the email list. It is so great to see. Yeah, well, absolutely, guys. It's good to be with you guys. I've learned that people will forget that you said, forget what you said. People will never forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou, absolutely right. I feel like if I could say that in Maya Angelou's voice, that would be great as well, but I can't do it yet. Let's see here. Hello again, 80s Made Consumer. We hide from Mo, but enjoying Sean's words. There you go. At John, indeed. Hello, 80s Made Consumer. The answer is all the turtles. That's exactly right. I love all the turtles. They're great. I know you have them. 80s Made Consumer, do you have the quarter scale turtles that are behind you, or do you have the smaller ones? I guess, what are they, 7-inch or 6-inch Ninja Turtles from the movie behind you? I think you have them, but let me know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, everybody's, this is how it is, man. People cool. Laugh out loud. Now the shirtless beach volleyball where they slap each other's asses in a hetero way. That's absolutely right. I was explaining that to my wife the other day. I was explaining to her Playing with the Boys, that important song. CG needs a mascot. Yeah, it absolutely does. We gotta have a comics gator, right? I thought we had one. Yeah. Hey, good people. Send your prayers and goodwill to Aaron Lepresti's wife, Shelly, who is taking on breast cancer. Absolutely, guys. Please do. And hail Shelly Lepresti. We love you. And we're sending our best to you. Let's see here. Andy, yes. Hello, over saying hello. CG's mascot. Yeah, Mo Biggs is. Absolutely. Hello once again, 80s Made Consumer. 7-scale movie NECA. There you go. That's right. So, yeah, and absolutely, Lord Crackhead. Indeed, Shelly. Much love to you. Mwah. We love you. Yeah, Monday was World Turtle Day, ironically enough. Excellent. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love the Ninja Turtles. You guys know that. Loved the 1990s movie or 90 movie, and love the original comic books. I love Blade. If there's a pop culture story, the thing I would say about it is, yeah, absolutely, guys, absolutely. If there is a pop culture phenomenon or story that Nosfero owes a lot to, I would say, interestingly enough, it's that first Blade movie. The other thing about it is that there's just so much other stuff in it because I'm such a huge Lovecraft fan. So there's a lot of depth of story in there. And that's the thing that really makes it, that's the thing that really makes it what it is. Look at this. I love seeing my people saying hello to each other. It always makes it great, guys. Always makes it great. And so, yeah, that's my big plan for this story is and my big plan for the next couple of years. You know what I mean? It's to, prayers for all of the Leprestis during this time. Absolutely right. And this is the thing, right? Is that, when you're here, God, I feel like I was about to quote, the Olive Garden for a second. I was about to say, when you're here, your family, but that's not where I was going. We make beautiful stuff. Yes, TMNT Return to New York is perfection, by the way. Yes, gentlemen, welcome aboard the USS Comicsgate. That's right. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, absolutely, guys. Yeah, amen. I got you. Word. It's possible to paint Lovecraft works in vibrant colors, or is it all doomed to be bland? No, Lovecraft absolutely should be in vibrant colors. And that's the thing about it, particularly when I think about the color out of space and things like that. But I think that the great mistake people make with Lovecraft is not going full tilt, because that's how his imagination worked. When you think about the sort of tendrils or tentacles that were coming off of Wilbur Whately, when he breathed, they would turn different colors. So to me, Lovecraft is all about the color. Do you know what I mean? It's all about the color with Lovecraft, and it's all about the ability to bring the richness to it. And so I intend to push that as far as I can. I think Basil Gogo's colors work really great with Lovecraft from, my perspective. But what can I say, guys? I love art so much that if I can spend the rest of my life making art books and comic books for you guys of pulp fantasy with that hint of danger, that hint of mystery. I should say not even that hint, with that heavy dose of mystery, that heavy dose of danger, and that heavy dose of sexiness, then I've done what I've set out to do. And that's what we're doing here, guys. We're making the best artwork in Comicsgate, and it's going to expand across. So I got to tell you, Phil, if you're still with us, this is one of the best things I've ever painted. And I know I told you that when I started this piece, that it was going to be one of the best things I ever painted. But I know you had faith in it, when you hired me to do this thing. Yeah, I want you to know that we made it happen, man. So that's what it's about. But when I look at the stuff that I'm doing on this book, and I look at where we're going with the art, and how many, pages we've got of this thing, and how many, works we have left to do, like in terms of where the story is going from here, I'm just so excited about it. And it is a absolute pleasure to share this process with all of you guys, because I know you guys care about Comicsgate. I know you guys care about everything we're doing here. And that's what is going to make all of this stuff so fun. You know what I mean? And it's great. Is it possible to paint? Yes, absolutely. People saying yes, yes. Hey, Jeremy. Shanth, we've been over this art. T-Berry's married. I don't think the two of you would work. That's bullshit. I think that's love overcomes all. All right. I'm just telling you. If people can love each other in all different ways, surely a man can love a bear, and a bear can love a man. I want you to think about that. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. It's really gorgeous. Shanth is what he says. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. The colors are so vibrant. Thank you. It sings. When it scans, it's gonna sing, and it absolutely sings in person. Like when somebody buys this painting and they have this up in their house, every day when they come down the stairs, or if they turn the corner and see the room and they see this painting, or wherever they have it in their study or wherever, it's going to be something that brings them a lot of joy. And that's what makes me happy, because I've got a couple of paintings on a couple of people's walls. And that's the coolest thing about, doing originals, is it ends up in somebody's studio space. Like when I went to Skywalker Ranch, the coolest thing about George Lucas is that he has two Alphonse Mucha, more than a couple Alphonse Mucha originals, Byzantine Blonde and Burnett. He has there J.C. Leyendecker, Maxfield Parrish, Norman Rockwell, N.C. Wyeth. He's got some of the most beautiful illustration paintings that are going to go to his museum. And I love what art does when it's around you. When original paintings and original artwork are around you, it really enriches your life. And for those of you guys who've backed head sketches, you're going to have paintings that are beautiful that you can say, I got Chant's time with this because I backed this painting. I paid this money. He dedicated time to this to make this painting happen for me. And when you get these crazy things, you know that you've got hours and hours and hours of my time where I'm looking at all of these different sea life, the sharks, the figure, the lighting, all of this stuff, and learning the skills so that I can get these paintings, so that they are not, the paint isn't applied too thick, and so that you guys can see how all of this stuff happens. You can be a fly on the wall for the scale of these paintings. And that is what you're buying. When you back Nosfero, you guys are buying this dream of making artwork and getting to see it. You're making this happen by backing this book. Do you guys get what I mean? That's what makes this stuff so fun. And it starts out with me mixing up pigments. Everybody smash that like button, guys, and make sure you're subscribed. It starts with mixing these pigments. And then, let me move the camera here. There we go. It starts with mixing these pigments. Let it focus. And moving down that page. And that's how we create all of this stuff. That's how we make the color in these paintings happen. Look at all of the detail and subtleties that we're going to get in the color. That is what it's all about, my friends. And that's how we're going to get it to work. Oh, I realized what the problem was. I bumped the light. Hang on. There we go. We'll try that again without that light. Let it focus. There you go. This is probably going to get us struck, but you get the idea. This is how we make this stuff work, guys. This is how we make beautiful artwork. And this is how we paint. And this is how we win. Imagination, creativity, inspiration, myth, and magic. And that's what Comicsgate's about, guys. So let's see what else we've got here. Let me hide this comment here. Skywalker Ranch, not jealous at all. It was great. I've been there twice. So the diver suit is painted well. Thank you so much. I really worked hard. What's up, Comics Mate? Great to see you. Yes, absolutely. Julie, I'm not up to dogs head to pee. I'm with you. I'm sorry, but I'm here for you. Sean, your composition skills are on point. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know of anyone doing better. Oh, geez. Thank you. Okay, I got to read it. My wife will be mad. Yeah, I don't know of anyone doing better art than Shanth and CG. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I absolutely love that swimmer with the snorkel. Yeah, absolutely. It's so, I love the idea of, thank you guys. I really love the idea of paintings that take place underwater. I think it's really inspiring and there's something very fantastical and magical about underwater stuff. And I just love it. I love 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I love the ride 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea at Disney World back when they had it, that submarine ride. But I've always been fascinated by watching documentaries about things underwater, even though I'm terrified of the ocean in a lot of senses. I love the aesthetic of being transported underwater. I just love that idea. That's why I love, I don't know if any of you guys liked Blue Planet, those Attenborough BBC documentaries. But I loved those. They're so great. G'day, says Comics Mate. Absolutely. I'm hoping Phil turns it into an 11x17 print. Phil, that's up to you, brother. Just let me know what you want to do with it, man. Let's do it. I would, but I honestly doubt I could afford it. Absolutely amazing. Oh, that's very cool. Thank you. Yeah, diver suits painted well. Skywalker Ranch, not jealous at all. It's great, and it was a great time. Hi, Dean. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's saying hi, Dean. Hail, Dean. Hello, John. Yeah, Dean is in the chat. Thank you so much, John. Sean's got skills. I have to read it because my wife is on me about it lately. Let's see here. She's a good woman. Andy, where will you sell the scuba diver on? Your own art page or Indiegogo as a tier? Because that needs to be framed and put on display. And I know I'm not the only one eyeing that piece. I will probably... Ooh, that's a really good question. I don't know. That is a really good question. I might do it through... I might do it through my own site. I might do it, through private messages on Twitter. I will let everybody have ample time who's interested, so that if someone wants to jump on and get it. Like, for example, Comic Book One contacted me before Ethan even showed the piece, but it was just shown on Ethan's Patreon. he contacted me and he wanted to buy the Cyber Frog piece, and he was like, I'm serious. I want to buy that piece. So I will be reaching out to Comic Book One about that, soon, because he made the first offering on it after I clear it with Ethan, because I did tell Ethan if he wants it, he could have it. So, but Ethan, was like, I want you to sell it for your family, but I keep my promises. So it is what it is. Hey, ladies, made absolutely. Yeah. Just jumped again. Dang, my husband worked at Skywalker Ranch. Saw those Norman Rockwells. They're great. They are beautiful, and that's awesome, Julie. Hail Comics, mate. Hail Andy. I detect rolling shutter DSLR. No, what it was is the stupid the light on the thing. God, I'm far behind. How to draw? She ordered a couple of sizes too small on a swimsuit. That's right. On second thought, it's just right. You know that, Dan. You're the master of drawing those ladies. Let's see here. Very cool. Was Skywalker Ranch what clinched it for you on him, on George Lucas or on Joseph Campbell? Either way, both. It wasn't what clinched it, but man, did it make my day. Yo, Dean says Lord Crackhead 33. John, Teflon Ron, what's up, Teflon Ron? It's great to see Julie Pascal. That came later. It was cool, though. There you go. Oh, yeah, I sold you on the guy. Got it. Just put it together. Hail, John. Eric Grant, what's up? Julie Pascal. Eric Grant, great to see you. John, yes. Teflon Ron. Hail, Teflon Ron. Comics, mate, saying good day, Eric. Yeah, lots of love here in the chat. So, yeah, that was just the light on the camera. So when if I get the angle off, although that is weird, though. It's kind of doing it a little bit here now. But if I get the angle off just a little bit, but on these that aren't as detailed, nope, actually it wasn't. It was the thing doing it again. It only happens when that damn light's on. But right there, do you see what I mean? You can really see the texture of the acrylics, and you can see how thin the paint has been applied, and you can see like how much this stuff comes together. Like I didn't do the side with the diver on it for this painting. But if you look at this, here's the side with the diver, guys. Let's get really low in on this here. Let's let it focus. You can do it. There you go. I want you to look at the detail on this. You're never going to get that close when you see, unless you buy the painting, of course. You're never going to get that close when you see this in the comic. And if there are posters or prints, I imagine you could. But take a look at that color. And take a look at how that stuff comes together, guys. I mean, the way that the hand comes together. And this is all traditional stuff, guys. This is all just layers of color. It happens, as I make it. I don't really think everything through completely, although I do have a sketch. I do have a plan. I show that to Phil and say, hey, Phil, are we good? But this is, Comicsgate can be doing stuff that's so much more beautiful than our competition. I'm going to make sure that light doesn't come on because it's always a pain when it does. But in a way, I would say we're peerless. Look at that, guys. That is like super close up, and I know it at a very odd angle, but let's see how close we can push it. There you go. You're right up on a painting now. This is something we can do because of YouTube. This is something that we can do because of Comicsgate, because of our fan base. Let that focus. Take a look at that detail, guys. Take a look at what we're doing here. Let's take a look at that figure again. Let's come at it from another angle. And look at the rust and how all that stuff is just layers and layers of color. Layers and layers of color. There's the crown. Let's let it focus. There you go. You guys see that? That is what we're talking about. That's how it all comes together. And it turns into a pulp painting fit for a Diaz, as they say. And that's what we do. Let's elevate this art form. Let's elevate, what we do so that everyone else has to acknowledge, everybody has to acknowledge our greatness. That's it. They must acknowledge our greatness. That is what we're asking for, nothing less. Lions only, as they say, Julie Pascal, very cool. With Skywalker Ranch, excellent. That was it. That came later, though. Okay, cool. Painting, patina is an object which has patina. Painting is something else. There you go. Absolutely. Good day, Eric. Hail, howdy, Eric Grant. Saw the Lucas and Spielberg Norman Rockwell collection in DC 10 years ago. It's got to be amazing. They also own Kurosawa originals. I'm a huge fan of Kurosawa's paintings. His films, of course, as well. Julie Pascal, I saw a traveling display of Rockwell's work, blew my mind. Absolutely. Shant, I suspect you will scan this for your archive. What resolution will you scan it in at? 600 DPI for sure. Yeah, absolutely. 600 DPI. If I need to use this, these images at a certain point for art books, that's what I usually do. Like, because my plan is to at some point do retrospectives of, you know, like art books that show my work from different periods, and I want to make sure I can do that. Dan Lawless, the deep sea diver suit is just dang awesome. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you, Teflon Ron. The colors, yeah, I love color. I absolutely do. There you go. There's that. Is that the monocle face? I love that, Jeremy Birds. It's one of my favorite ones. It's perfect, man. Shant, I've said it before. I continue to mean it. You're elevating comics. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that very much, more than I can express. Happy little layers of color right there, and happy little layers of inspiration from my fellow Comicsgate creators, from the people backing my book, from all of you guys who tune out for these streams. Is it really 1,000 subscribers? Is it really almost 25K on Nosfero? Have we really been doing it? We're going to continue to do it, guys. It's going to get better and better and bigger and bigger. And I'm going to make sure you guys have a dose of inspiration on this channel. I'm going to always make sure that when I'm streaming, I'm going to do my best to stream something that is inspiring to you, to share the creative process, and to keep promoting all of my brothers and sisters' great books here in Comicsgate. And I want to make sure that, because we need great artwork right now, and we need aspirational storytelling. I know I need it, and I'm grateful for it. And so my goal is to keep making that stuff happen. You know, is that underwater painting finished? Yeah, it is. I want to just take one more look at one corner because I'm being obnoxious about it, but it's only because I know it's going to end up in somebody's house. So I'm being obnoxious about it. But Phil is going to have it because he's launching his campaign, and I want him to have it for the campaign. Period. That's my deadlines are my deadlines, and I have deadlines in my head. I'm like, it's got to happen. Oh, thank you, Comics Mate. Gosh, I appreciate that, Dean. You really are an inspiration to all of us other CG artists. Oh, hey, much love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really means a lot. I'm not here closing the window now. That's right. Oh my gosh. See you at Unhinged. Absolutely. Okay. Bye, Jason. There you go. Bye, Unhinged. Good night, Unhinged. Absolutely. Teflon Ron. Our super chat's available to you. Not yet. They're still reviewing me, which is just bizarre, but it's so great. Yeah. Pedantic is okay. How to Draw Comics with Dan Lawless. Can you work a little more Bob Ross lingo into your painting streams? Thanks in advance. I will, absolutely. Yeah, I guys, I love Bob Ross. I love art, love Comicsgate, and love all of you amazing people. Thank you for being here, guys. I'm gonna wrap up. It's 4 a.m. here, and I got to do a couple of things before I go to bed. I do have to. Hey, what's up, Monkey One? How you doing? It's great to see you. How long does it take you to paint a page? I paint several at a time, so it depends, but I'd say probably about a week. It just depends. I'm so far along right now on this book, knock on wood, that I'm in great shape, thank God. But I can't stop working, guys. Like, I have days where I need to I collapse from exhaustion because I forgot to sleep or eat or take a break for a while, but then I'm right back at it because I love it. I'm back at it like a bad habit. It's just the way it is, man. Comicsgate in your blood, indie in my blood, and hard work is in my blood and soul. It's what it's about. Discipline. Thank God. Thank all of you guys for being here, and thank the missus and the kids. I'm grateful for all of it, you know. So yeah, man. Waffles till you die. Dan Loss, let's call that. Yes. Hello. Audi R10. Yeah, absolutely. Bow. Good night, Sean J. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, A's Made Consumer. Thank you guys for being here. I've told my merry band of miscreants about your book, and if they decide to get it, they might get every tier. Oh, excellent. Thank you. Much love and much appreciation. Bow indeed, John. Absolutely. John, yep. All right, you guys. I'm going to play us out with our song. I want to thank you guys for all being here. You guys are the best. You've made it, all of you guys, whether it's Ethan, it's with showing the Cyberfrog card and including it in the collection, which is great. Malin for just being a keeper of the flame, having me on his channel this week, and always being positive, enthusiastic. I'm grateful for all of you guys. Bancroft and Rob, all of my brothers, you know, Eric Weathers, Clint Stoker, Von Klaus, like it's just all of you guys have just made all this stuff so great, and I appreciate it. And all of you guys in the chat, man. Teflon Rod, Laura Ravener, Max Santiago, Tommy, has been here like from the beginning, always on the other side of the earth, always saying good morning. Julie Pascal, Eric Grant, John, absolutely. Coach Gonna Coach, American Comics Company, 80s Made Consumer, Monkey One, Mighty Geek Studios. I mean, that's what it's about, guys. SDA, it's Comics Mate, Sumo Thori, Unhinged. It's like all of you guys who are here, Jeremy Burt, Stephen Rockwood. It's like, what am I like? This is what it's about, guys. This is what it's about. Lord Ravener. I mean, Eric Grant. Like, we've got all these great people here. I go through this. Lord Crackhead 33, my brother, love you, man. John. It's like, look at all of you guys. Andy. It's Bordeaux. It's like all of you guys are here working all the time to make it fun and to make sure it's fun for everybody else. You can't beat that, man. Matthew Fowler. It's all of you guys are just always getting it done. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you for it, you know, and good night to all of you guys. Yeah. And the lurkers as well. Big boy Robo. There you go. Absolutely. Hail to you, brother. And thank you for being here. You guys make it great, man. You guys make it great. All right. Until next time, indeed. Yeah. Did you see Drunk 3PO Waffle House video? I did not, but I can't wait to see it. Love Drunk 3PO. Drunk's the man. So positive. Arthur Line, great to see you. Good night to you, my friend James Hayes. Absolutely glad you're here, man. And thank you guys for being here. And now we just do our thing. We do what we do, guys. Peace, love, and thank you.
Here's a little something for you busters. Yeah.
You're not even learning anything on the street.
Yeah.
You think I'm stupid, son?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say to you, boy?
Yeah.
Do you?
What's up with that?
Look at me, damn it!
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. What's up with that?
You smoke crack, don't you?
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.
Look at me, boy!
Hey to
You
you,
smoke crack, don't you?
don't even smoke crack.
You know what that does to you? Huh? You smoke crack, don't you?
Smoke crack.
Go on and do it expeditiously.
What's up with that?
It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells.
Don't even smoke crack.
No nut, huh?
I apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now.